End of the day podcast.
Yeah, man.
On gang.
We got the best drop.
We do got the best drop
in the world.
EOD podcast. Ooh, brand new week for that ass.
Got a lot to talk about. Got some shit to get off my chest.
For real.
Yo, cheers.
Cheers to a brand new episode.
201.
Cheers
To the next 100.
to the next 100.
Cheers.
Let's go. Cheers.
Day podcast. Yo,
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy T.
I swear this dude
TTP will
was a mixologist in another life. It's your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Kristen Elizabeth.
You know, honestly,
drop.
I'm not mad at the mixologist take.
Yeah, nah, for real.
I'll take that.
Nah, for real. I definitely, you definitely was a mixologist. End of the day podcast. Episode 201.
I gotta learn how to fade this new song out. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just build a fade in there.
Oh, like a
fade.
EDM drop? Like,
Oh, yeah.
build it up?
Yeah, of course.
We'll see, man.
Of course.
Shout out my boy James, though, teaching me the orange peel twist.
Oh, he put you on?
He put me on.
Shout out James.
Yes,
Friend of the
sir.
show. That's funny you say that because it seems like something he would do.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because you were clowning me for doing it with the knife.
Nah.
Because I was watching him do it. I was like, oh, I need to get myself a peeler. And he looked at me. He's like, well, I did this with a knife, but I guess you could get a peeler.
He was definitely trying to shame
Some
you.
James shit.
He was
TT, what
definitely trying to shame you.
exclusive.
Oh, you need a paler. You need to protect your digits.
That's my dog. That's
He
my
was
dog.
free handing it. What's good, guys?
Man,
We missed last week. We had a sickness in the in the crew.
We're still getting back.
Yeah, we're still getting back to the swing of things. But luckily we did that. I didn't mind taking a week off. We had a nice little break.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Kind of nice.
It was kind of nice. I ain't mad at it. Only to come back to just nothing but pure fuckery.
Honestly, yeah, I can't wait to talk about it.
How much has changed? Like, how much changed within a week is insane.
Well, let's talk about you, man, because I know you had a lot of change.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
life.
So with compounded with the sickness that happened.
How are you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling good, but it was more or less the timing because I was moving at the same time. So
It's not good.
moving and getting sick at the same time put a lot of responsibility on the missus and the homie. Shout out the other James.
The other James. Shout out other James. All the Jameses.
All the
This
Jameses.
is the episode of the James.
Yeah, for real. He came through and he was just visiting. He's in town for just visiting, and he helped bro move. Helped me moving.
That's real.
so
which
nice.
was really,
That's real.
really solid of him.
I remember him, man. He's always had a good energy.
Good energy, positive dude. So when he was down to move, I was like, "Are you sure?" Like, yeah. So he helped me, and we got everything in, and we're all set up. Did all the like bonus extracurricular shopping for all the knickknacks. For the most part, we're
You
still
did the IKEA run.
We did last night. Actually, we did an IKEA run last night, only for like a couple things. You realize when you leave your space how much stuff you actually have that you're either not touching or using that's like in a box or something like that, you know, like
Did you leave a lot of stuff behind, or did you take?
no, I took everything.
Nice.
Definitely took everything,
yeah.
but
Hell
it was
yeah.
just stuff that I didn't realize how much. The amount of clothing you realize you freaking have.
all the shit,
Insane.
all the stuff tucked into like corners
That you're just not wearing,
Right,
and
right.
it's insane. And then just little things that you might buy or end up getting for free somehow, like water purifiers or
Like water bottles, like little random keychain
things that
stickers.
you help make a house a home, but you just never use it, and then you don't see it again until you're moving. So
It's the best though when you see those things. You're like, oh, I forgot about this.
yeah, and so I didn't have to buy a lot of that stuff
That's dope.
off rip.
That's dope.
So that was cool, and getting out of the old space and into a new spot, new energy, and new part of the city.
Did you sage it?
I did sage it.
Okay.
Hit it with. We haven't unpacked the crystals yet. We gotta unpack the crystals. Hopefully they're
One thing I wish we would have done, man, is charge the crystals during the eclipse.
Oh, that's true. I heard. Yeah, that was.
That was the thing to do. I didn't even think about
one of the
that.
moves to make during the eclipse.
Damn.
I know, right? So much has happened.
This is the probably best charge we're gonna get in 10 years.
Well, no, I think right now Mercury's in retrograde. I think.
What does
I'm
that
not
even
sure.
mean for the crystals?
I'm not sure even what Mercury being in retrograde even means in general, but
It just has like they say that it has impact on communication, technology. A lot of the time, X's resurface, like historically. It's just like I don't know. They say it's like technically when Mercury looks like it's moving backwards, it's considered retrograde.
Is that why that random dude hit you up on Instagram?
Oh my God. This man.
Sid, we're talking. I'm talking on the phone with Chris.
Don't do this.
No,
please
I have
don't
to.
do
I
this.
have to. This is come on.
Okay.
Will exclusive.
Let me tell the story.
No, I'm gonna tell the story.
Go
we're gonna
fuck
get
yourself.
We're gonna get both versions of the stories.
Oh my God.
All right, so boom. Talking on the phone with Chris.
Also, pause. He's talking to me. I had just woken up, and like, what do you do when you wake up? You check your phone.
Okay, great. Thanks for providing that context. Let me continue.
I want to fucking scream.
I'm on the phone with my girlfriend
Shut up.
of 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And we're having a great conversation. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have a good day at work? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a great day at work. I was like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. You know, we're talking. She's like, oh, that's so funny. I'm like, what's funny? And she's like, oh, this guy, he liked a bunch of my photos.
The way you're telling this makes me want to fucking kill myself.
He liked a bunch of my photos, and then he just followed me. It's like so random.
No, because I was clocking that this person was like on my dick, and I think that's funny. Like, it's just like a very like immature thing. Like, what, you're gonna like all my photos, come back again the next day, follow me, then come back again the next day. I'm like, dude, like, you got my like, get off me.
It was multiple days.
That was the point, and like that's why I thought it was funny.
That's why you were bringing it up.
You're like
this.
at the edge of the camera. I want you in frame for this.
That's why you were bringing it up in that manner, because of the clearly the pattern and what he was. This guy
I knew
was
what he was
attempting
doing. Like,
to do.
I thought it was funny. Like,
It's textbook, bro.
Of course,
it is, and that's why I just thought it was funny.
Hey,
It
it's
is funny.
textbook.
No. I'm just telling a funny story.
Yeah.
I can't stand this
It's
man.
hilarious. It's comedy.
But she did
Comedy
tell
style.
you. She told you from jump, or right? Or she told you from when she noticed it. She told you.
No. She told me after the follow, but it's okay.
It was after the third day of liking my photos.
3 days.
3 days. I mean, the internet.
I don't even have to tell you that, but I just told you because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, the internet.
It's hilarious.
Well, because I know how the internet rocks. The internet is weird like that, where you might get one day. Because I'm sure Kristen has gotten a day
Hey,
of.
you know what, man? I'm gonna chop it up to Kristen. Just has fans, man. She's
Yeah,
she's a
of
stylist.
course.
I said, what do you want me to do? Tell the fans to go fuck off?
No,
You definitely can't do that.
we love the fans. Thank you, random dude. What's his name?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't want to fucking
don't
shout
wanna
you out.
shout-
Fuck you, actually. Fuck you.
Imagine we
But was that it though? He didn't like slide into the DMs or anything, right?
no, which is also very funny as well.
Well, yeah, because I think. Well, it's textbook
He's
as far.
saving it. He's saving it. He's
Because like
cooking
at
still.
least Fobs will say like something stupid that doesn't even like make sense.
Well, no, I feel like the guy in that scenario, when I hear that, it is textbook, but at the same time,
He was expecting me to make a move on him,
of
and
course,
like to
or just
give
at
him a
least
go.
show some level of.
Yeah.
If I'm a guy who's trying to get at a girl and all I have is their Instagram, I'm gonna like a bunch of photos, then maybe wait. See if she watches a story of mine.
Yeah, like
It's literally
what's going on in his world.
What's any level of interaction.
I can't look at you right now. You're making me sick.
But if I don't
Sick
receive
to my
that,
stomach.
if I don't receive it, then at this point I'm gonna either assume she's not interested, or I have to try harder, or I have to like.
We'll see what the next move is.
Yeah, if he did.
The next move is I post a photo of Terrence. No, it's not that serious. I don't give a shit.
No, yeah.
It was literally a 0.5 second like funny. I thought it was funny, and then Terrence got all fucking. He's like, "Oh, you think that's so funny? You want me to tell you?
It's okay.
Yeah, if you think it's funny, it's funny.
You're not on trial.
I know. I'm not concerned.
No, neither am I.
Listen, I told him some man hit on me at the gym. For the next week, he said, "Did you see your boyfriend at the gym?"
I just like giving you a hard time. It's funny.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. He's enjoying giving you a hard time. That's what it sounds like. He's enjoying that.
You just gotta know I'm fucking with you. It's all good.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
But the move was good.
The move was amazing. Glad to be in a new place. Like I said, new energy, new vibes, and yeah, it's still getting cozy though, getting well acquainted. You know, getting a new place is always like.
It's weird. It feels weird going home.
It definitely feels weird going home. And it feels weird because all your stuff isn't where you normally have it at. Like,
and getting used to all the new sounds in the house.
Oh, new sounds for sure.
Does it echo different?
Well, because I went from like a house to more of to like an apartment. I went to from like a housing type style to more like an apartment type style.
Okay.
So
have you met any?
So there's not to the degree where I'm saying what up. I did meet the dude who lives like right next to me. He's disabled and he's in a wheelchair, and so I helped him when I was moving in. His wheelchair just died.
Oh shit.
In like the foyer area, so like on the first floor, where I'm on, you know, not on the first floor. So so I see him in the foyer area. He's just sitting there. He's like, "Hey man, could you help me? My wheelchair died." And it was me and James actually moving stuff in and out of the apartment. And so we help him get to his apartment. We push him because he's in a wheelchair that is like a electronic one.
Oh, so he can't move his arms.
Yeah, he doesn't have the
full mobility. Jeez, man. What would he have done if you?
That's what I'm legit. I mean, I'm either wait for someone else to help him.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was like definitely. And when I brought him there, I found out like he lives right next door to me.
In moments like that, man, you gotta realize that we're blessed to just have our able bodies, bro. God.
And it was crazy because right now it's legit. That's James's job is
helping disabled
patient transportation. He works in a hospital.
Wow.
So he legit.
He knew.
So he knew what to do.
He knew what to do and all that shit. Like legit, it was his gig. Like he knew.
Wow, that's so nice.
It was crazy. Yeah. But and he's dude's super cool. But yeah. So other than that, I haven't actually met. But it's cool seeing. It's very family oriented, the apartment complex.
That's nice.
A lot of families and
young
stuff like that.
young kids and
stuff like that. There's a pool, jacuzzi.
Okay, got the koozie now.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta invite us over.
Of course. All those benefits. So yeah, I'm excited to get more well acquainted and check back in with you guys 6 months from now and let you know like either I'm loving it or I can't wait to get the fuck out of there type shit.
I mean, better than that shitty roommate you had.
Yeah, definitely better than that. And I wish him the best. I'll be sending him positive energy.
Hopefully he gets a new life.
He gets a new life
and a new personality.
Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping. But with that being the case, like who knows, like he might just be at the crib alone, even more alone.
He might be, man.
Even more alone.
But maybe that's what he needs.
He might, he also might need that too, to be alone. Some people need that.
Did you catch the eclipse?
I tried to, like had access to eclipse glasses and all. But,
oh, you had the glasses, okay.
Well, I didn't have someone around me did. But it wasn't popping like that over here.
Kristen, did you spot any eclipsing?
No, I had one of my clients. She's native, and we were talking about it, and she's like, "Yeah, my people don't watch the eclipse. Like during that time, they just like sit home and just be quiet. She said that like her grandma would make her just be quiet during the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever she says. And
Hold on, like she's yeah, I was gonna say, is that she like this is like what you're supposed to do type shit?
Like indigenous people, they believe that you shouldn't watch it, that they believe that the sun is God and that this is like a time of mourning, and so you just rest and you don't go to work, you don't go outside, you don't look at it. So I was just like, let me just take a lesson from this experience, and I was impressed about it. I don't know, talking to her kind of made me feel like, okay,
I received that, I respect that, but on God, bro, if I saw that the total eclipse, I would for sure be watching that shit.
Oh yeah, that shit is like,
that shit looks so fucking
some
cool.
of the videos and stuff I've seen of that was like the craziest stuff. Like
yeah, bro. Like I saw this video of this guy on an airplane.
Yeah, the guy on the airplane was cool.
Bro, that shit was
that
hard.
one was really cool.
I saw this one lady just flipping out because it literally just turned to nighttime. Like,
yeah,
my parents
those are
experienced
cool.
totality.
Because you're in
Ohio.
Ohio's totality.
That just sounds cool. It sounds like a Mortal Kombat move.
That's pretty cool for it to be like sunny out and then all of a sudden just get dark.
Yeah.
For like what, like an hour?
No, it's
like 2 minutes.
It's probably I
think the most was 2 minutes, I believe.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
Yeah, because I know the sun does move like.
But I guess it looked like sunset all the way
I'm
around.
not gonna hold you, bro. I had a little FOMO. I was inside. I didn't have a chance to step outside. Granted, where we're at, we're not seeing it.
I tried to. And
I was peering out the window, but you know what I'm saying. It looked sunny to me.
Yeah.
I was expecting like a little bit of like tint in the sky.
And I think the cool thing about that shit is it's like the actual, when you think of the idea of what is happening during an eclipse and how we're all just lining up.
Yeah.
The sun and the moon and earth are lining up.
It's pretty hard.
It's pretty crazy. And on top of that, like how good technology is that we can predict that shit, that we know that is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like that we know it's coming to the instant where you can track it if you wanted to online,
like
and
stand outside and look up.
Yeah, look up type shit. Like I'm sure the first one that happened that humans were around for, that like humans like of just like our level of intelligence were around for, they probably were like, yo, the world's about to end type shit. Could you imagine seeing that shit and not knowing
it was coming?
what it was? Not only not knowing it wasn't coming, but not even knowing what the fuck it was.
Yeah. you'd be fucking shitting your
pants, bro.
Honestly, that one photo you showed us of that guy that looked at it through the telescope.
Like a fucking idiot, man.
Bro.
They say it's a record number of Americans who are gonna
go blind,
or just have medical injuries. Apparently, around this time of the year, it happened during the last eclipse. Just the increase in lack of productivity. They say one.
I heard that in America there was like $400 million lost in productivity from people looking at the eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually crazy.
That's crazy. And then the medical people fucking their eyes up looking at the sun, thinking that they can look at the sun.
Do you remember the last eclipse that we had?
Was the last one?
It was like 6 or 7 years ago.
It was in 2017.
I thought it was every 10 years.
It was during when Trump was president, and he was like looking directly at it.
Oh, and he looked at it.
It's so stupid.
So that was what, like
the memes on that were so good.
Yeah, let's see. When was the last eclipse?
Yeah, when was the last eclipse? And then the next one's not till like the 40s, 2044 or something like that.
For real?
I believe so. It's like 40
that makes me even more mad that I missed it.
Well, yeah, the next one, you know, hopefully niggas will be
2017.
around. 2017, yeah, that's right.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That totality was pretty cool to see.
That shit looked crazy. That's what's wrong with the internet now, because as soon as I started seeing those, I didn't believe any of those clips. I was like, oh, this is someone photoshopping it or doing something cool. But then you've seen the memes of people doing it when they were bringing something else they were making a joke and saying something else was the eclipse or whatever.
Those with their dog.
I kept seeing
people using their cats.
People talking about like, oh, I saw a UFO during the eclipse. And
yeah, I
did see some videos where a plane like photobombed people's like videos. which looked cool as fuck. Like a plane flying by and you're recording the eclipse. That shit looked crazy. But
I seen a gentleman had taken photos and it was all these birds flying around, and he got, I don't know if it was a crow, but it was the eclipse and then a crow going through it. It was fucking
cool.
Baller.
That's pretty cool.
I was like,
That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's one thing.
Love those photo moments, man.
That's one thing though that I did see get brought up is like the lack of like animals giving a fuck. Because there was a dude who spent the eclipse in like a cave around these bats. There was a dude who was in this other place with the birds, a bunch of like these birds,
and they didn't care.
They didn't do anything. People did these things with the animals, thinking, you know,
they were gonna spaz out or
have an adverse reaction to it instantly being night, and they did not give. They gave zero fucks, honestly.
I mean, why would they?
Yeah. Well,
like, I get a nap.
They try to. Well, I think that what the correlation is that people try to make is, you know,
I saw a lot of videos. They were saying like, expect like a lot of weird things to happen, like animals to start running around.
the guy from NASA.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm. And this is a teachable moment for all you internet babies out there to not fucking spiral when you see all these doomsday people on the internet, bro. It's like this shit happens with literally every scenario, and we gotta put an end to this, man. We're just so gullible. Like, I just think all of this stuff that's going around the internet, you can literally spread misinformation so easily nowadays.
You can. I'll say X is getting a lot better. I do like that.
In what way, though?
They be having the like community notes. You haven't noticed that? X be on it when people be like posting, when Twitter be posting like some fake news. That shit get posted right under it. It'd be like, oh, this is not real. Do not pay attention to this shit. I seen some shit the other day that got me In-N-Out had a chicken sandwich.
I'm glad they don't.
Well, yeah.
Was it an April Fool's joke?
It might as well have been. Motherfuckers really, for like content, were going to Chick-fil-A, buying a chicken sandwich, and then started recording a video in line at In-N-Out and making it seem like there's like
that's funny, a
chicken sandwich on their secret menu. And then they'll just,
that is so stupid.
And then they'll put they'll put the Chick-fil-A. And when I seen the video, I was like, damn, the dude really gave it to him, all that shit. He ordered it. And then I was like, damn it, how are these niggas cooking that shit in the bag? That shit looked tasty as fuck. Like,
well,
because it was from Chick-fil-A.
That's funny. I mean, Chick-fil-A does slap.
It does.
But they are closed on Sunday.
They are.
Which brings me to my next point. There's something I've seen on the internet. Apparently, Shake Shack is offering free chicken sandwiches on Sundays.
That's how you get at your
marketing.
competition.
That's good marketing.
That's how you get at your good competition.
I might have to go pick one of those up.
That sounds great. I haven't been to Shake Shack in a minute though. I'm not going.
We got one right down the street.
I haven't been there in a while.
Honestly,
I don't know why.
burgers they're good, but they're overpriced.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Overpriced.
It's extremely expensive in there,
bro. I could walk out of there paying $30 for a burger, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just pay for? It's actually mind-boggling. Like, you get a burger, fries, and a drink, and you're paying upwards of like $30.
And so you have something where you can get overcharged for a burger, right? Mm-hmm. How much do you think they're charging you how much do you think they're charging you if they can show you the eclipse whenever they want? Like, if they can show you, because we just saw pretty much something, or we didn't see it, but people saw like a wonder of the world, essentially. Something that, when you think, like you said, when you think about it, the earth and moon and sun line up during the daytime. Impossible level shit.
I mean, bro, to be honest with you, it's pretty cool.
It's crazy as fuck when you think about it.
Yeah.
When you bring it down to brass tacks and what actually, the idea of what is happening in the world at the same time. At that point, could you really could you really pay $200 to go see Beyonce? Like, no. Like at that point, like,
wait, what?
I'm just saying, just in general. Luckily, I didn't get to see the eclipse in person.
Okay.
But I heard a lot of people's review online was like a 10 out of 10. It was the craziest shit they've ever seen. I could imagine that setting the bar so high for just visually the show I was presented at $0. It was nothing.
Right.
That anything after that that's trying to charge me, Taylor Swift, how much was the Taylor Swift tickets? $1,000. Ain't no way. I just seen the eclipse for free.
I wouldn't bring Beyonce into that if you've never been to a Beyonce concert.
Kristen Elizabeth.
Well,
It's
I have.
kind of incredible.
I seen her when she was on tour with Jay.
On the run.
On the
at
run
Pasadena.
tour. No, I believe I was still in Boston at the time. But so I seen them. I've seen Beyonce perform before. No, was that out here? I forgot. But that show was pretty crazy. She came out in a big American. Oh, that shit was hard. But
I'm surprised no one performed during the eclipse.
no one did anything to try to make a music video during the eclipse.
That would have been
Crazy. I'm sure someone had to have.
I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, someone had to.
That's
have
actually smart as fuck.
taken that kind of advantage of the eclipse, I feel like, and done something like that.
Idea.
Yeah, shoot a music, anything visually with the eclipse, because the videos I was seeing where the way it just caps out the sun like that and made shit dark, because a lot of the people who were in areas of totality were in kind of like middle of nowhere areas where you can look at the entire landscape. And so when it gets instantly dark, I seen one dude was looking at me, he's like, it got dark. He's like, oh, you can see the stars now. Oh shit. Like,
that's crazy.
It's insane. It's really crazy. But at the same time, does the sun give a fuck? Does the moon care? Does
the animals don't?
We already know the animals don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
People's dogs weren't doing shit.
I mean, I kept working, bro, so.
Yeah, I kept working too.
I mean, the reality is that we weren't in totality anyway, so.
Yeah, we weren't.
I was ready to go to Ohio because I heard that was where it was popping.
They had those areas were bussing as far as, because the next one's not from mad long. So if you were traveling to an area that was going to have totality and it was populated, like there was hotels there and things like that.
Kristen, did you see
expensive.
This? Your family with the glasses on?
Yeah, that's precious.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
That's my grandma.
Word.
Grandma and her aunt?
Yeah.
It's crazy because there's no way, even though I know they're special, there's just no way you're gonna convince me those glasses ain't gonna do work as good as like some Oakleys or some shit. Like,
I guess it's just like the amount of
those
like,
super thin
like
glasses.
Darkness.
That shit look like what you wear in like 3D movies back in like 2025. Yeah. Or I mean 2005.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's like you're telling me I can look at the sun with these joints on? Nah, I don't know about that.
But not my fucking triple UV.
Yeah, my Oakleys won't protect me? Nah, I don't know about that. But damn, sun really did his thing.
Yeah.
This year is so far, 2024 is pretty lit as far as just the amount of events and things going on.
Honestly, man, I'm not mad at 2024. After this long stretch of just, to me, what felt like a lot of stress and just a lot of shit going on for the past 4 or 5 years, man. Like with COVID and just the economy, like we've been through a lot.
It does feel like this is more or less a year that's not trying to play catch up for missing out on previous years. Every year after 2020 kind of felt like the year was playing catch up because we missed out on a bunch of shit. Right. So the year was still trying to get its shit back together.
You know what I feel like I missed out on, man? That PPP loan. I feel like I should have.
A lot of people felt like that.
I had an LLC. I could have.
A lot of people feel like that. No, the issue was that, that was just a gamble that you were.
Well, they were saying you had to pay it back, right? That was the thing.
So
and then they forgave them.
Yes.
But you have to be able to show funds of like what you did with the money. So it's supposed to be for paying employees or paying your rent.
Hey, I had a
What
homie.
about buying?
If I was feeling more froggy, I would have left because I had my roommate at the time was just like, hey, if you want a PPP loan, I can get you one. He was the finesse king. He gave it to
that
you.
sounds like you were ready to go to jail, brother.
And listen,
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
And
we
he's
got
cooling.
people.
He's not. He hasn't had it. He got a bunch of people those loans, and none of them are hurting. The only people you seen go down for that were people who took crazy.
have a business.
No, who took crazy advantage because the loan itself. There was 2 loans. You can get one for $20,000, or you can get one for $40,000. And so he was like, "Hey, whichever one you want, I can get you for it, but." For every 20,000, I need 5. So essentially, you was gonna get 15
and 30.
15 and 15. Yeah, so 15 or 30. Essentially, yeah. And but me, I couldn't get over what you guys are talking about. Worried about the government.
It's also like karma. Like I personally, I just couldn't lie like that. Also,
but it's not a lie though, because you're a business, I'm a business.
Yeah, but I don't need it. And like at the end of the day, I live in a world where I care about other people, and knowing that other Americans or like my parents needed a PPP loan and they were not able to get it because by the time they were like signed up for it, it had run dry. And then I look at the people in my hometown that have like all of a sudden lawn care businesses. You don't have a fucking lawn care business. You don't have a fucking daycare business. Yeah, and I just think that's what I'm thinking of.
That's fair.
I mean, but a lot of those people got caught up afterwards because they were fraud.
Yeah.
Of course, but I'm saying like in the meantime, my mom and dad are like we're on the struggle, like trying to make it work and survive and shit.
Sure, for sure. I mean, no, like at the end of the day, I don't want to downplay the fact that some businesses actually needed that, but
of course,
I'm saying. My business could have profited
that. That's the thing with karma like that, Kristen. I feel like personally, that's a great energy to have if it's not factoring in government shit. Because government shit, they don't play that karma role. It's whoever's going to take advantage of that shit. And that's really what it was. It was like one, the government clearly did not go after everyone. Who lied on it. They only went after the people who went crazy. Because all the cases we heard about that people went down for PPP loans. Right. They got like a couple 100,000. They got crazy bread off of the PPP loan. Anyone who I know of who got that shit is cooling right now. Now, as far as like, would the government waste time and money trying to catch every person who was lying on it? I don't know. That'd be interesting to see.
I mean, Biden was talking about he was gonna like deploy all these people to fucking chase these people down, but I don't know what happened to that.
What was that one rapper? I remember
it was the dude from
he was living in my client's neighborhood.
No, not.
He had like a crazy like name. He was a rapper. He got rich off PPP loan and then was rapping about PPP loan.
I know who you're talking about, but
the rapper I know off top that did it was dude out of Pretty Ricky. He went to jail for it.
Wow, I went to a Pretty Ricky concert once.
Yeah, one of the dudes from Pretty Ricky, he went down. He Blue or something like that. Yeah, he got caught up for the PP loan. Dude, you're talking about? He went to jail for.
He went to jail for a cool minute.
The dude you're talking about, he's still in jail. The dude with the Hellcats and shit. But that dude's he low key made it pop. He was selling fire sticks. That's what it was. He invented like the fire sticks.
The fire sticks, man.
That's the hit right there. That's right there.
Moving on.
That right there. That dude needs an award or something.
Honestly though, bro,
Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm a little salty because now I'm seeing that the minimum wage is up to $20, bro. That's crazy.
Minimum wage, at least out here in Cali. I don't know if that's nationwide, but hey, if you work at McDonald's right now, you can get $20 an hour.
That's actually crazy.
It's good though.
It's good. Hey, it's good. At the same time, I don't even say it's crazy.
What's
in
that
the sense.
Salary? Hold on, let me check that salary.
That's. I put that more on the economy than McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
that's like McDonald's trying to keep up with the economy.
It's actually not that high at all, actually.
Yeah,
but ask McDonald's if you want to stay in LA as multiple, like thousands of locations, you have to be able to support your employees so 100%. They can create a living wage and
100%
pay rent. Yeah. It's a bare minimum.
They say living cost in California nowadays is like
$80,000.
I heard it was higher than that, but
Last time I checked, this was just like maybe 5 years ago. It was like LA was 80,000. New
5 years ago is a long time. I think it's
and then like up in the Bay is like $80,000 is considered low income.
Let's see if we have.
What's livable wage in California? Let's check it out. They're saying 2 adults, both working, need to make at least $33 an hour. 1 adult is $27 an hour. Poverty wage is $7 an hour. I don't know if this is accurate because they're saying minimum wage is still $16, which is not true.
Yeah, that's definitely not. It's a living wage calculator that they have.
Overall, Smart Asset found that to live comfortably in any major city, you need to make about $96,000 annually. So, good luck.
That's not a lot of. I don't know. That shit. 96,000. That's almost at. You're almost at 100K.
Bro, times have changed. I was watching this video on Instagram today. Not to shout out Instagram at all, but this woman was talking about how she bought her first house for $16,000.
Was she older? Was she living in another state?
Is that a while ago?
Come on, she was old as dirt.
Because I was.
Hey, one of my girlfriends bought her house for $25,000 in Ohio.
Yeah, in certain areas, I'm sure you can get like a. I know down in Atlanta and shit like that, like the houses down there, you might still pay $1 million, but the type of house you get for $1 million down there compared to $1 million,
you're gonna get a mansion.
Yeah, the homie told me that his friends bought a crib in Detroit for like $16K.
Yeah, and I'm sure like that type of house you get out there is
it's a fixer upper, but
yeah, I mean, either way, like.
But it's $16K.
Yeah.
Hey.
If that's your goal too, owning land.
You're saying renovations would cost less than $100, so that's like not bad at all.
Especially if you can do that shit yourself.
For real.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, as far as like, I think PPP loans now that it's crazy. Hindsight is 2020 because I'm sure a lot of motherfuckers would have took advantage of them PPP loans.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Way back when, if they knew, because they did right after Biden said that, they did forgive them shits.
I'm just waiting on my fucking student loan to be forgiven, man.
Yeah, I thought he dubbed that. I thought that wasn't gonna happen.
Just keep holding out.
I swear every day, bro, I wake up and he's talking something about student loans.
Well,
until it's off the table, I wouldn't like try to like pay the whole thing off right now.
Well, because right now, what's going on to you? Are they charging you, or are you paying your student loans?
I'm paying monthly, yeah, but the reality is that after 25 years, my student loan's completely forgiven, anyways. But I'm still making payments.
Hold on, after 25 years, they're you said they completely.
I'm on a plan.
So if you can make it 25 years,
if I can survive 25 years in my life
without paying it in its totality.
Yeah,
because I think the 25-year part. I think
you're paying the minimum, brother.
I think the 25 years is good on that. I think you're good on making it the 25 years. I'm not worried about that. But can you make it 25 years and not pay them niggas back? How much will you have paid back if you pay the minimum within 25 years?
With these interest rates, bro, I'm not paying it off.
So you're only paying the interest then?
I'm paying
pretty much just the
I'm paying the bare minimum. They asked for that minimum payment. I'm paying it.
Yeah,
I got it for you.
Those interest rates are ass though, low key.
It's crazy.
The interest rates is really,
bro. Honestly, education should be free. The fact that this nation is putting billions of dollars towards war and not helping their people. I don't want to get into politics because we're not
a political podcast. We said that last episode.
We're drinking whiskey.
Yeah, we're
drinking whiskey sours. I'm not going to talk this shit right now.
We're not a political podcast. But
we're not a political party, but fuck Arizona.
Anyways, let's talk about these California beaches, man. Because it's summertime and we can't go to the fucking beach.
What do you mean?
They're talking about there's a public advisory to not go into the water at the beach.
Okay, so I seen that, but I thought that was like a fucking.
I blame the homeless shitting in the fucking sewer.
So they're saying that's because the water's too dirty.
I also blame
all this rain though.
We think about it. It all.
Is that the
Every
reason,
look at
though?
any drain you see, drains to ocean, drains to ocean. You think the fucking giant ass LA, dirty as hell, never really rains until this season, and it's just all
So the last 2 years is the
washing
most-
into the
last 2 years is
fucking
the
ocean.
most
No, that's
rain.
valid. But honestly, man, let's
With the
blame-
homeless people involved as well.
Let's blame the people involved in the city, man. Why aren't we creating the infrastructure to filter our water? Why aren't we capturing the rainwater? Why are we not taking in new ideas and new concepts so that we can benefit from this rain? Because we've been getting crazy rain, bro. It's rained more than it has in the past 5 to 10 years.
And it's crazy because there's crazy rain over here, and then in the areas, I don't know how it's been for you back at your hometown
Ohio.
in Ohio, but in
They always have
Boston,
rain.
Snow a lot,
but
right?
in Boston, it's been no snow. And like
It didn't get that much snow, but it was
I have
cold.
family. Yeah, it get cold, but I have family who make money off snow.
What do you
Make
mean?
money off
Cleaning the
How?
streets,
cleaning
laying
the trees,
salt.
you know,
Okay.
laying salt. Yeah, they work for a city. They work for the city, and you know that's in areas where it snows, that's money right there. That's OT. That's hours of operating a vehicle shoveling snow because it's
Facts.
snowing for 6,
Salting
7
the roads and
salting the roads and all that. And for the last 2 years, where we've been getting all this rain, back home has been getting no snow. It's like record low.
That's
literally
crazy.
No snow. And it's like humans, we're clearly having an effect on this our earth with
Man.
the global warming and all that shit.
The shit is real. The shit is like you can observe it with your fucking eyes and your mind and pay attention and like clock this shit. Like it's very real.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to necessarily do without 9/11 type of catastrophic events happening that get everybody on board, because you're not going to be able to get everyone to vote to go green or
No, nobody gives a shit.
Don't give-
And
no, yeah,
at
exactly.
the end of the
Don't give
day,
a fuck.
people still believe that climate change is not true. That
True.
this is like there's like scientists say it's not true. Like okay, well, like 99.9% of scientists say it is true. So, well, they're all lying. Maybe, maybe they are. I don't think so, but
It's hard because one of the biggest environmental changes they wanted to make was having electric vehicles. But even with electric vehicles, the mining for the batteries
it's hard. It's
is
damaging to the earth.
detrimental to the earth.
100%.
yeah.
Plus, you can't dispose of the batteries.
Yep.
You know, so it's like we're back to the first phase of like, what do we do? And then it's greenhouse emissions.
Yep.
It's so many different problems that we have, and I think that, like you're saying, something catastrophic.
There's
has
got
to
to
happen.
be some.
The aliens, listen. The aliens are gonna come and they're gonna save us. They're gonna show up for us.
I don't think the aliens are saving us. I think they're just watching them like, look at these dumb motherfuckers.
Or they have already come here and they're terraforming our shit, forcing us to like basically destroy our atmosphere so that they can come and live it up.
I feel like they first came when they seen that we like had nuclear power, so they were like, okay, let's look at these motherfuckers, because they created nuclear bombs or nuclear power, and then they seen that we were just dropping them on each other, and they're like, all right, we
Completely disregard everything.
never mind.
On a serious note, man, like, I know it's a Marvel movie, but the name itself, Guardians of the Galaxy, like, I'm pretty sure that in this vast universe that we experience, there's someone that can see everything that's happening.
I wouldn't doubt that. I hope that there is that. I don't know. Like I said, when I went on a road trip, went to the Grand Canyon, that definitely makes you feel like there's things that are bigger than humans.
Yeah.
So I would like to think that there is.
Bro, we're such on a micro level. Like, this
Yeah.
podcast, our lives.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
On a micro level in this universe, like, zoom out and someone's probably watching just over this earth and just like, yeah, they're getting fucked up, but like, it's such a gradual change in what's happening, and that's why people don't believe things that are happening. It's like, it's so gradual that, oh, it's not getting hotter.
But like, look at the evidence.
There's plenty of evidence.
Literal evidence.
There's clear evidence just in general. If you just look at pre-humans and humans up till now, even if you're not looking for the specific smoking gun of, hey, the world is gonna be fucked up, but there's no way you could deny that we are not clearly having an effect.
Yeah, like we're speeding it up
on Earth 100%. And the state of Earth. 100%. Because now I just seen this story the other day, and you know, because indoor farming's taking off, becoming massive, because you know of our effect on Earth with the global warming happening.
Just controlled
being able to you can indoor farming, you can build it anywhere. And one thing that's becoming super popular is the tower farming. So essentially, building it on top of each other and all that. And we need it because, you know, it helps us, you know, grow food faster. And
honestly, man, I like that idea for just the average person in the future. Like, imagine we all have our own little farms that we take care of.
Here's the thing that was the kicker of the story at the end of it, or the mind fuck, is that the whole question of it is indoor farming actually worse for the earth?
Oh my God.
Because
because you're using electricity to like
and we're using electricity, and of course our number one source of electricity is fossil fuels.
But
that's the number one source right there.
What about solar power?
No. All those other things, all those other alternatives exist, but for a majority of the indoor growers right now, all of them, to maintain the low cost, because solar power and all that shit's still expensive. That shit's still costing more.
I thought it saves you money in the long run.
In the long run, it might, but most of those places, a lot of the time
you have to front the money. You have to add like a $300, $500 bill a month.
I had a lot of solar people try to convince me into going solar for this house, and it's like.
But that's free because they're offering it as like a government
I almost work for a company.
Yes,
I work for a company because they tell you that, and then did they tell you how much that shit costs to install? Because you know that's a fucking plan and a half. That's a fucking bill right there. I just seen people who were complaining to the companies because the bill's so high.
I feel you.
To pay for the panels.
Sure.
To pay for the solar panels. That shit's crazy.
My family owns a windmill in Ohio, and
so how far is it from the house?
It's very close. It's
it's pretty close
from here to.
And then how big is it? It's not.
It's big.
Is it close to those ones that you see when you're driving to like
Yeah, like Palm Springs.
To Palm Springs, it's like that size.
So they just have one windmill, and I know that like they had to pay a lot of money, but also just like they do the solar panels in LA, like if you're a new homeowner, they give you like government subsidies, like free shit, you know. So I do know that like the government paid for a little bit of it, but basically they were paying like $20,000 a month in electricity bills to run their
farm,
their freezers. Because you have like huge freezers with like animal carcass hanging, like 10 of them, you know. So you need a lot.
Market shit is crazy.
So you need a lot of refrigerator space and freezer space. So basically they had a big bill, and so they were trying to find a solution. They get a windmill, and now the windmill provides electricity for the meat market, and then it also pushes back into the grid.
Did they opt for the windmill over solar because there was just more? It just wasn't as sunny, or was there a different? Is there a different? Like
I don't know like the why they chose that, but I just know that it was like
I do wonder which one is more.
It definitely doesn't get windy enough out here to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's windy in Ohio.
I just wonder which one just provide. Do they provide the same amount of energy? Is one more efficient?
I mean, I would assume that
the wind, because you know,
does one provide more power?
I researched because you know how you drive by those windmills. Those windmills, when you drive by them on the way to Palm Springs, you notice how some of them are blowing or spinning and some of them are not.
Yeah.
So I was always wondering, are they like broken? Is my taxpayer money going to this shit and these aren't even fixed?
So what I do know about the windmill that my family has is that it will lock up if the wind is too strong.
So I seen that it'll lock up if the wind is too strong. Also, they stop spinning once they generate or gather enough energy. They can't gather any, like it won't just keep spinning if it can't gather.
Like once it hits 100%,
it stops essentially.
That's cool.
So I do wonder how practical it is, because you do only see most people get solar panels installed in their crib. You don't really see
These
the
are
wind.
crazy
So the
thought,
hair.
man.
I wonder, like that's some boss shit that had the windmill outside the crib.
Yeah,
It's
low
like
key,
Willy
the
Wonka
windmill's
shit.
like kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like every time I see it, I think
The fucking
that's
windmill.
pretty cool.
Hold on, as far as interactiveness, can your parents can just like climb that shit if they wanted to and all that.
I mean, I do believe that there is a ladder. Like I remember seeing like the little prongs that stick out, but I mean, no,
That's
nobody.
me, bro.
Nah, cause I seen the video
Have you seen
of
that
the dude.
movie, bro?
Nah, cause I seen the video of the dude and he climbed it and the fucking eclipse happened. He was in the fucking he climbed on his
Oh no,
his windmill thing or his solar thing. And he was like hanging on it, and then the eclipse happened. Yes,
But he knew it was coming.
he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. So he
He's
got
like,
the
"Let me
ill
get the
angle. That's the
camera."
only reason I was like, damn, your parents probably could have got the ill shots. Just hanging out there with the eclipse happening in the background.
Have you seen that one movie of the those two women?
Yeah, I hate that fucking movie. Oh my
What is it
fucking
when
God.
they climb the
The,
tower?
like, the light tower.
We watched that.
We watched it in real life, but I had already seen like
that
10
fucking
clips on fucking TikTok. You know, you can like watch.
I don't hate the movie because it's a bad movie. I hate the movie because it gave me anxiety
Bro.
the entire fuck.
It was crazy.
My palms were sweating for 2 hours.
And like midway through, I'm like, yo, Sin, just chill out. It's a movie. Like they're not gonna just like I'm thinking they're just gonna fall off and die. Not thinking like, yo, this is a movie that has to go at least like an hour, almost 2 hours. I'm like, yo, chill
Tell me
out.
what happens.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, just chill out. They're not gonna fall to their death. But like, was that? I think that movie was based on a true story too.
It was. No, I think so.
Really?
Actually,
I believe it was.
we might have to fact check that.
Yeah.
but maybe the viewers can do that.
Nah, that movie was fucking wild. When they were climbing that shit, that shit was crazy.
No, but speaking
damn
of
well.
movies, man, I'm excited to watch this one. Me and Kristen got tickets yesterday.
To
We're
what?
Civil War.
Oh, you bought tickets?
Yeah.
Y'all bought tickets early to that movie?
Hell yeah.
Bro, we got the AMC.
Have you
pass.
seen the fucking
No, I'm
preview?
No, I'm excited for this movie as well.
Yeah.
I was just surprised y'all got the early, first day
because
this that movie looked lit.
It's got Kirsten Dunst and Kirsten Dunst's husband.
Age, bro, in today's day and age, you have to get your tickets in advance. That's just the reality.
If the movie's popping,
And we're seeing it in IMAX, so we're seeing the best quality. You know what I'm saying?
there's been a lot of ass movies that have been released this year, so a lot of trash. I know you guys haven't been using that pass like that. Yeah.
No, we've been trying.
Or try, y'all tried, but y'all know there's been a lot of trash ass movie that dropped this year.
No, for sure.
I feel like-
there were a couple months where that $30 a month kind
Went totally to waste.
My homie canceled it because he was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm paying for this shit. And there's
I'm not canceling, bro, because I got mad points.
the movie industry right now. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of bullshit just getting released.
Bro, the amount of free popcorn I get, bro. You know how much free popcorn I get, though?
They're probably looking at this nigga's pass in the back end like,
They're
all
like,
right, we're gonna have to
wow.
cut this.
How
bro
can we
off.
get him out?
Yeah, how can we get him out?
Make less movies. No. Civil War looks
That shit looks crazy. For those who don't know, essentially, it's not a Marvel movie or anything. It's as if a civil war happened in 2024.
It's got a lot of good actors. It's got the guy Todd from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He looks... I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Man.
He's married to Kirsten Dunst, who's also in the movie.
Oh, he's married to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't Forrest Whitaker in there, too?
Is he? Oh, I don't know. He might be. I haven't seen everyone in
I love
the
that
show.
lazy eye,
Jesse
man.
Plemons.
Hypes me up.
The only
his name.
critique that
Here we go.
that I've heard so far from the movie that let me down. I'm gonna say it let me down a little bit. Is because the people who were making this movie is A24. A24 is known for their low budget, just real vibe movies. Like they always usually have like a message behind the movie. This movie, with it being Civil War and having the left versus the right type shit and all that.
Okay.
The only critique that made me feel a type of way is that the movie is essentially not picking a side. It's showing you a bunch of shit, and then it's up to you to follow. When I'm watching that trailer, and I don't know if you guys feel like that. When I watch the trailer, I thought they were gonna clearly have a message that they were gonna come through at the end of this movie with, but instead, apparently, it's more or less we show you everything.
I don't want to. Hey, listen. I'm gonna let the internet be the internet. I don't want to get involved. I just want to go see the movie because everything I've seen leading up to us watching it on Friday, I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
I don't want the internet to be like, oh, the ending was shitty. Oh, I didn't like it. I just want to go watch it and have my own opinion. Because
that's what you're going to have, guaranteed, because the movie's not picking a side.
Because
which is very easy to do nowadays. That's hard. That's actually hard to do.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's actually hard to do.
In today's day and age, we're so swayed by other people's opinions. Make your own opinion.
I was not expecting an A24 movie to be coming out and me leave that theater not thinking either one way or another. And it just being, all right, they showed. I felt that movie from the jump felt like it had an agenda.
Which
movie? Civil War. Like from the trailer, it felt like it had an agenda. Whether it was either trying to get me to fuck with Trump or Biden.
I don't think there's an agenda, bro.
No, that's what the.
But also think about, like, if we really had a civil war, we would all have to choose sides.
Exactly.
Like in this movie.
All I gotta say, if there's a civil war, pull up, bro. I got the chopper.
Hey, and not only would we have to choose sides, there would be sides to choose essentially. Like in reality, like I don't know though. I don't know if it's as black and white though, because
you mean like race or just black and white?
Black and white as far as like is it easy to choose a side, not race wise, but is it easy to choose a left or right? Because nowadays I find myself
But I think
listening,
at that point you're trying to choose not even left or right, you're trying to choose wrong or right.
I listened to the Candace Owens interview that Breakfast Club did with her.
How was that?
It was informative. Was it like, oh my God, like I fuck with Candace? I'm not instantly.
The only clip I saw was her talking about her interracial relationship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like even that felt a little. I don't know. I will say Candace Owens, she's good at what she does.
And that's what I mean, though. If you just let a side divert you, you might not even have ever heard anything Candace Owens has had to say up to this point.
The reality is that these people that go on these shows and they talk their opinions, they've studied this, bro.
That's the biggest thing.
They're equipped to handle conversations. They're equipped to be in debates.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. And it's like a lot of America doesn't understand that. They don't know that a lot of these people that have these opinions, these strong opinions, are well versed in it. They've rehearsed it time and time again. It's like you have to be knowledgeable of that, or otherwise.
Can you talk with a Trump? Can you talk with a Trump about shit though? Knowing his thoughts and all this stuff, and you might not agree or rock with him. Can you talk with someone who has extremely adverse?
We don't have to say his name, but I feel like the problem with talking with him is that he's very.
Or even let's say not say him.
Polarizing.
Yeah, let's not say him because he is a very polarizing. But
the
even
problem
someone
with
who's on
talking
that
with anyone in this space is that they can be polarizing. They can easily manipulate your train of thought because they're so good at just controlling the conversation and swaying it in a way that makes you think that the way that they're thinking is correct. But then it's like you got to zoom out and there's no other alternative point of view at that moment in the conversation. So it's like you're just easily absorbed. You're like a sponge, you know, like for people that aren't involved in politics, you have someone that comes in, you have someone that comes in like Trump, and they come on the TV and they're saying all this stuff. If you're not well versed in it, and you're just seeing it because he's good at advertising, he's good at,
he's a salesman.
You know what I'm saying?
I will give him that.
He's a businessman.
He's good at selling himself,
bro.
I wouldn't even call him a businessman because that means he's good at business. He historically does bad business.
He went to Chick-fil-A and bought everyone in the fucking restaurant milkshakes.
Yeah.
The reality is this man is calculated. He knows what he's doing. You have someone like that knows what they're doing. To the average person in middle America that doesn't fucking know, they just turn on the TV and they're like, "Oh, this guy's a good guy. He's fucking buying everyone milkshakes."
Pulled up to a sneaker convention and sold everyone.
Bro, come on. That's the biggest
Trump shoes.
That's the biggest thing, is that like people just aren't aware of the game.
So do you think Biden's going about it wrong? You think he should be doing more stuff to try to connect with people in a way that,
in all honesty,
to them might feel more real?
We're gonna get off politics, but I don't think that Biden has it in him to be that. Trump has been around in the industry. He's been on fucking WWE. He's been fucking...
Yeah, I think he got stunned. I think
freeing Kodak Black from jail.
Yeah, that was the move right there.
All of this shit, bro. Like, he knows what he's doing. Biden, I don't think he has the capacity to do what Trump is doing. And that's his downfall, is that he's so good. Trump is targeting the generation of people that are on the internet. Biden is not doing that.
Yeah.
That's the reality. And it's like, we're stuck with these two people that, in my eyes, I'm speaking for myself, not for everyone else. These two guys, I don't want either one of them.
So then, you know what we need? You know what we need? Drake and Kendrick Lamar, y'all guys run for president, and then we'll see who wins. Drake, release your diss song. And then
I definitely would not want Drake to run the fucking country.
I feel like I could deal with Kendrick Lamar running the country.
I feel like it'd be pretty solid if Kendrick Lamar were running.
100%.
Not Drake, though.
Drake, honestly, I feel like Drake, he would just do whatever we wanted. Honestly, if Drake was running the country,
he would give money to strip clubs, and he would start paying for like baddies to go to college.
Not like, baddies to go to college.
Like, that's what his
Drake just seemed
but just baddies, like based off, like, he's like, yeah, I'd hit. Okay, get her some money. Get her a PPP loan.
Drake to me still comes off as one of those dudes
for pussy.
who, you know, granted he's popular, but he still is trying to make sure he has the love of everyone. So I feel like Drake would be giving out PPP loans.
Pussy.
No, it stands for Pussy Poppin' Power. Pussy Poppin' Power Loan.
Yeah, literally. That's what he's going to be giving out.
100%. Nah, but...
no, but...
I do really wonder if Kanye was to run at the same level that he did when he was on the actual ballot a few years ago.
I love Kanye, man, but... all due respect, he's just all over the place, man.
He seems like he's in a dark place.
He's got too many personal issues going on with his kids. Like, that's, to me, seems like his biggest focus is that...
I want to say...
why weren't the people here for me when I was struggling with my kids? He's very big on his family, which I 100% respect.
Yeah.
But to run the country when you're such an unstable person, like, you go from, I'm a man of God, to... you know,
I think Trump deaded all that. I feel what you're saying, but I think Trump deaded all that because Trump...
like, there's no bar.
There is no bar. At first...
you don't need to be presidential.
This happened before I moved out here. I don't know if you were able to vote yet, but y'all put Arnold Schwarzenegger in office out here. I don't know if did you vote? Yeah. Were you able to vote at that point?
I can't remember. But when he got elected governor, I was very surprised.
Yes.
And I feel like as a state, we were made fun of quite a bit.
Are you serious? Massachusetts is one of the most political fucking areas I've ever just existed in general. the level of jokes on TV constantly on Saturday Night, all that shit,
I'm
just
sure.
making fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger being elected out here.
I'm sure.
Only for years later, Trump to get elected as president.
Right.
Like, really, in the end of the day, I don't think there is a bar, because what you're saying should be the bar. If someone's running for president and you can look at their personal life and see that they're not in a good space, then they should instantly not be capable of running for president.
For me, man, honestly,
Biden's son, look at all the shit Biden's son would do.
The biggest thing I want in a presidency is I just want a younger president.
Yeah, just someone who just is not some old tapped out.
Younger and just like not white. Like
Bro.
somebody with some fucking perspective.
No, talk that shit.
Yeah, for real.
It's just fucked up.
Honestly,
Like give us a woman. Like give us anything but another white cis male.
Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of her, I would have liked to see, I just would have liked to see what would have went down if Hillary had won. Like, just really just what.
But I don't know if like, to me, when I say I think we need a woman in office, I think about a woman in their truest nature, in their power, which is like a nurturing spirit who
it's the only reason,
like, it's scientifically proven that women have like more connections like in their brain when it comes to being able to think logically but also emotionally at the same time. And I think like people say like, oh, like what is a woman gonna do with like a fucking big red button to blow the shit up, like would they get their period type shit, like
no.
That's like also, that's the narrative, that's historically the fucking narrative.
I think Kristen Kristen has a point in that a woman running for president, it's like the mother of the country, you know, like the mother nature of taking care of this country. Like, I just think there's a huge disconnect from when we watch these kind of speeches that our president makes now. It feels like we're watching a fucking, just a vessel.
Hey.
Like, bro, all that shit is scripted. Even there was I'm not sure who it was, but I'm tapped in to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. And I saw someone speaking about this early speech that happened when Biden first got elected. And that it was completely 100% scripted, and that she couldn't, you know, have any type of rebound response. It was just like, stick to the script, say what we need you to say, and that's it.
You talking about Kalama?
No. Talking about Biden. It was.
Oh, you said she.
It was a conversation between Biden and a female reporter.
The conversation was scripted.
Yeah.
Got you.
And they're telling this reporter,
but it's supposed to seem natural.
Just say what we want you to say. And that's it. Move on. You can't have any type of come back to what he has to say. Just move on to the next subject. Stick to the script.
That is usually the argument I hear for why you see who's running for president, is because in actuality that person has very little power. They can't really do anything.
Bro,
it's a fucking...
Look at Biden, bro. He does not have power. We're talking about a guy that's literally fallen down multiple times on camera.
But that's why you see who's running for president, because it's not a job that's sought after by a dude in his 40s who wants to change shit. A dude in his 40s,
bro,
who wants to change shit.
Any young person with a conscious mind, who
might be in politics. Let's say he's a governor somewhere,
that went to school
and all that shit.
That's well educated, that's young, that's able-bodied, that has a sound mind. You're not seeing them in the election. You're not seeing them at the forefront of the Republican Party. We're stuck with two.
Do they want to run though? Do they want to run?
Bro, someone has to do it. Someone has to break this mold of fucking 60 to 70-year-old men, white men, running for president for a country that is vastly diverse, bro.
Let's see
Come
how.
on, what are we doing, bro?
I want to see how old.
We have to break this trend of this cycle, bro. It's crazy, man. Like,
yeah, and part of me thinks like, oh, like vote, make sure everyone votes. But like, I just also don't even think that matters.
As like a reference, or even if Hillary had won, because she's 76 years, so it's not even like it would have been that much of a difference.
76, but the argument is that these people have lived a full life. And that they understand.
I mean, there's a level of 100%. Like, who I am at 22 years old could not run for fucking president.
You know they make
but someone that's 45 years old.
You know they make,
like, that's the minimum.
As a pilot, they make you retire when you hit 65 years old.
Yeah, we need the same for our people in office, for all government officials.
So you're telling me, as a pilot, you're flying a plane. Legally, you can't, because you
can acknowledge the cognitive decline and the awareness that it has on,
and the potential
risking lives,
things that can go wrong with
a
60 plus year old pilot.
We need the same thing we need the same energy when it comes to our police officers.
Finger on a button, fuck a period and shit like that. Why does this nigga just fall asleep and his head fit the button? Like, I don't understand it.
Or like too fucking doesn't care. I mean, at the end of the day, a young person also is going to be still connected to the youth of it all, with the reality that when I die, okay, how old is Biden? 1 million years old? He's like a fucking 100?
Almost 80. He's 70.
So he's going to die soon. And he's going to not give a shit about what he leaves behind. Same for Trump.
This is my issue, though. This is my issue, right? Because I feel like that with Biden. Biden's 81 years old. If I'm, why do I not know what the fuck Kamala's been doing for the last 4 years?
Well, I think that's the whole point, is that she was hired. She was
chosen. If I'm Kamala Harris, this nigga could die any moment. I could be the president any fucking moment.
But bro, she's just not present, and that's the reality. Is that.
But was Joe Biden president, or did we just see him? Because I don't ever remember when Barack was president. I do not remember ever hearing Biden talk.
No, you won't see him talk.
The reality is that the vice president doesn't matter, bro.
No, the vice president is a backup quarterback.
He's a backup quarterback. He's sitting on the fucking line.
The president themselves, they're a puppet, bro. Like,
yes,
the nation has an agenda. The president, in my eyes, doesn't matter to the grand scheme of what this nation is trying to do. You can represent a party, but once you get in there, it's like, we're switching it up.
Well, that's what I think about, like, because I personally do not believe that our vote matters, and that maybe I'm wrong for that, but I personally don't think it's real.
So you mean to what degree?
To the extent of like hearing Donald Trump say like, oh, like fake the votes, like, bro, like why is this different? Why are you saying this is rigged this time? I personally think it's always rigged, but that's because I have zero faith in our government, because they've historically killed and dominated and done whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, I've tried to really after digging deep into what Trump was talking about with this whole stolen election shit, when it came down to the actual facts, what it was, and I don't know if you remember, because COVID was popping at that time, Biden and the whole Democratic Party was pushing heavy mail-in voting. Mm-hmm. So people were voting 4 months prior to actual November 4th. People were sending their votes in because they weren't going to go vote. Trump was banking on the November 4th date of all the Republicans showing up and showing out. So they put pretty much $0 into pushing the mail-in voting initiative. By the time the November 4th came in, Biden had already had smoked Trump's boots when it came to it, just off of the mail-in ballots. So now you factor in everyone who's coming to vote on that day. Mm-hmm. So that's really what it was. That's why Trump was so big on, this election was stolen. Yeah. No, it's because you didn't take the mail-in voting seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping. That's why everyone's saying this next election is important because it's between these two losers.
Yeah.
I'm wondering because if either of these guys win, it's the last time they can run. It's the last time Trump can run, and it's the last time Biden can run.
Valid.
Who the fuck is up in 4 years from now? So what will be in 2028?
Bro.
What kind of energy what will we be talking about in 2028?
Bro, 4 years.
It's gotta be a young nigga.
4 years is a long time. I'm expecting an upset. I'm expecting what you're saying. I'm expecting a younger person. I'm expecting someone fresh that we haven't seen to step on the scene. I know, Kristen, you spoke about that other
Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yes.
Just general upset. I'm expecting someone just as, if not crazier than, not necessarily what they bring as far as Trump, but just someone who's legit, almost Kanye level. Like someone who the least person, but people just, he's able to galvanize, get people's energy.
Have you seen Robert Kennedy Jr.'s state address?
We're gonna listen to what you have to say, Kristen, but I'm gonna get us off this because last episode we said we were not gonna.
We weren't. We did. I'm sorry, guys. I did apologize.
We gotta apologize,
and we got something crazier than this politics. We got hip hop politics.
Finish your thought.
If you do have time and feel inclined, pull up Robert Kennedy Jr. Look at his state of the address. Like, honestly, he's not a perfect person. I personally don't agree with his views on Israel and Palestine. I don't, but at the end of the day, I feel like somebody with his belief system could get us closer to the destination of, like, when he talks about, like, in it, you'll see he says and acknowledges, like, basically the concept of make America great, but it's like he acknowledges that his uncle was part of the civil rights movement and acknowledging that, like, this is the fucked up part. And so, but in that time, people could have things that they needed, and that, like, let's do it in a correct way. And it's not like just straight up make America great. What the fuck? No. You know, it's like there's a lot of, I don't know. It just seems like somebody who's like a little more well-rounded, and he's a environmental lawyer.
Because that entire phrase has so much meaning and impact when you say it, but then there's just so much hate and
for real, dude.
Just, you know, foreshadowing for what.
You talking about Make America Great?
Yeah,
bro. The movie that we just talked about, you could almost.
I'm very excited to see it.
If I don't see a Make America Great Again hat or something, I'm actually gonna be surprised about it. That's there's someone's got to be rocking that shit.
We're gonna come back next week and we'll have
100%. I can't wait to see that movie.
But that's why, again, like Terrence said, like,
see that shit.
Internet babies, like, come up with your own thoughts. Like, if you see all this information, come up with your own thoughts, and don't just ingest it and spit it back out. Like, think for your fucking self.
Please.
And you don't have to be so politically correct that you are unable to, like, actually have your own thought.
Hey,
it's why so afraid of it.
It's why I think Trump is actually leading a revolution of the next people who really are going to be running for president that we're gonna have to vote for after we're done with these losers. Is going to be a bunch of people who are going to be like that. You're really gonna have to pay attention to, because they're gonna have very, like, different ideas.
Because even like Candace Owens, like, there is zero part of me that wants to like Candace Owens.
But you
like
listen to her. You listen to her talk.
But if I actually sit down and listen to Candace Owens talk, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Like, you know, and again, I'm not saying that I agree with anything and everything this woman says, but I do think that
you listen to her.
I have to force myself to listen to other people outside of my, like, you know, what I think my perspective is, because otherwise that's not like being well-rounded, you know?
Yeah, and I'll say this. Last week we said we weren't going to talk about politics. So this week and going forward, anytime we do something that we're not supposed to on the podcast, and I apologize, I'm going to say I'm J. Cole.
Stop.
Listen exclusive.
I'm J. Cole.
Oh.
That's me saying I'm sorry.
What about
I'm sorry.
instead of JK, it's JC. I'm
JC.
I'm JC.
I'm sorry. I'm JC.
My JC.
I just can't believe we're an hour and 20 in and we haven't talked about this.
Yo, cause it's sad. T. This is legit. In my entire existence, I'm like,
stop. No,
I've just listened to so many great battles in hip hop.
Okay.
Wait, because you love J. Cole?
I fuck with J. Cole super heavy. But that aside, just
That's
in
the
general,
disconnect. That's the disconnect.
That aside, and you can't be trusted because you don't fuck with him, so your opinion already is skewed.
It's not that I don't fuck with him. I think he's corny.
It's a skewed opinion right there.
And the fact that I sense his corniness from...
Because I would need receipts or examples or what you mean by corny.
I have them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would need receipts or what you mean by corny.
What's the album where he's fucking walking on fire or whatever? That's the Fall Off?
That hasn't the Fall Off album hasn't dropped yet. That's like his next album.
What's the first album he dropped? Please, help me.
Because I'm all right. Let's look at J. Cole's discography. But
J. Cole discography.
Let's look at J. Cole's discography. Because but where are we going from this though? I guess is what
Forest Hill Drive. Boom.
Forest Hill Drive.
All right, yeah. Let's take it back. When he has a song about losing his virginity.
Oh yeah,
that was when I first realized he was corny.
Why? Because he's talking about
that's corny as fuck. The song is corny.
All right, see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. His opinion cannot be trusted.
It's not the
because what is he talking about?
It's not the concept. It's the song is fucking corny. It's corny.
I don't agree. It's a great song.
I mean, that's an opinion.
Yeah, that's an opinion.
It can be a great song. It's corny. I don't care.
What do you mean by it's corny? Because I know what song you're talking about. I literally just listened to that the other day. Wet Dreams is a great song. He talks about the first time he had sex. I don't know. You'd have to explain to me what you mean by what. Because I'm used to listening to niggas talk about killing themselves, killing other niggas, or doing drive-bys and shit. This is a dude who's talking about a legit situation that happened in his life.
It can be legit or not, bro. I'm telling you that the way that he fucking talks about it is corny. It's if you listen to the song and you visualize what he's saying, it's corny to fuck. It's corny as fuck.
I listened to it just yesterday.
Bro, I played this diss song. I promise you, on this new album, it was. Turn that shit off, bro, before you get us fucking blocked on YouTube.
I'm looking. I only brought it up.
You got Terrence ramped up.
I only brought it up to Brother Lyrics. I'm trying to see what you mean by corny, because he's literally just describing
it's not the lyrics, bro. I'm telling you, it's the overarching.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, y'all listen to this because you don't make no sense.
I like the song.
Yeah,
I like the concept.
I don't think anyone.
My opinion.
I know that there's people out there that are hearing my opinion and letting me know that
you gotta let me know,
bro. I'm cool.
Yeah,
this shit's corny.
In your opinion,
it's corny. Whatever, bro. I heard this album and I
heard that song, a song like that.
Instantly got pushed back from J. Cole, and then KOD, fine. That was a good album. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at his discography now. Like there were times where I'm not gonna deny J. Cole his lyricism. He's a good lyricist. But I'm saying that the way that he comes about, it's like Eminem, bro. Eminem's a great lyricist, but his beats are corny. His presentation is corny.
I don't think anyone's gonna rock with you on that.
Whatever, bro. That's fucking crazy.
You are in a minute category, like a small sliver of people that think like that.
Okay.
Super
Open
like
up that sliver because
tiny,
after this fucking diss, people are saying otherwise.
Well, no, all right, so here's the thing though. Since the diss released, I don't think people even really rocked with the diss. Here's something that almost goes against what you're saying, T, because one thing's for certain, no one's gonna ever discredit Kendrick Lamar's his discography. J. Cole is that good that this song had people questioning Kendrick Lamar's discography.
Stop, bro.
Had people when you listen to anyone, when you listen to the
play the J. Cole diss and then play the Kendrick Lamar diss. The Kendrick diss is fucking
the Kendrick
garbage,
diss isn't really
bro.
the Kendrick diss is
lo-fi beat. That shit could put me to sleep, bro. I could literally lay in bed and fall asleep to that diss song.
What I'm telling you is not that the diss was solid. What I'm telling you is that's how strong his fan base is.
But it's not.
Yeah,
but it's about loyalty. You have people loyal to fucking Taylor Swift,
bro. I'm not gonna deny J. Cole his fans. I'm gonna deny him that he's a hard rapper, bro. I listened to this diss, bro. The fucking beat came on. I was like, what the fuck is this beat? You listen to J. Cole, bro. It's fucking Metro and Kendrick and Future, bro. You can't sit next to that with J. Cole lo-fi beat talking about a diss.
All right, so for those who don't know,
bro.
Kendrick released a fucking nuclear bomb a couple weeks ago on a Future album, and said some bars about, because this is what one thing you're talking about when you're talking about a song, this Kendrick verse or whatever. He only had maybe max, you could say maybe 8 bars that you could 100% say were even about J. Cole.
You're talking about Kendrick.
I'm talking about Kendrick. So yeah. So you can even say, even in that verse.
So then, even at that point, bro, why is fucking J. Cole think that, oh, let me step out of my comfort zone and confront this?
What's the biggest line on the diss track?
Shit is corny, bro.
What's the biggest line on the diss track?
You tell me, bro, because
there's no big 3. It's just big.
Oh, you're talking about Kendrick's?
Yes. What was the biggest line? So granted, only a couple bars were really about J. Cole, but the most rememberable bar was based off of J. Cole shouting out his 3 niggas.
Stop. It's not even about the bars. It's about the fucking track, bro.
Nah, it's about the bars.
If you
Nah, it's about the bars. Don't let this dude confuse you. He don't know what he's talking about. It's about the bars.
But wait, hold on, wait.
No. The replay value on
that's because of the track.
No. The replay value on Kendrick's track versus J. Cole's track, bro. I will never listen to that J. Cole track again, bro. I've heard what I need to heard. I've heard.
You talking about replay value? You're talking about bars, because that's what I'm saying. You're saying 2 different things. This is where I start to question your music knowledge, T. You're talking about replay value. The song like that, yes, it's a great song, but let's not get it twisted. It's about those bars, T. What are you talking about?
Kendrick's bars are better than J. Cole's bars.
That's not what we're arguing.
What are we arguing?
We're not arguing anything. In the end of the day, J. Cole apologized for a song that was mid because he said a bunch of stuff in that song that he didn't actually believe.
J. Cole apologized because he doesn't want that fucking smoke, bro. He doesn't want that fucking smoke.
I think also, I do believe that Kendrick Lamar is, fucking
J. Cole?
I feel like J. Cole is a well-rounded human being. I think that I think what he said in his apology is true. I also think that J. Cole, to say that Kendrick's last album was trash was actually a joke, because
that's what I'm saying.
To me that was like one of the most transformative albums of our lifetime.
Cole did not sound amped to say any of that stuff because he probably didn't believe it.
He just was hitting him back.
It wasn't true. Yeah. Come on now, T. If you had to say a bunch of shit in a song and I'm making you say some shit that you don't believe, of course you're not gonna sound like you're amped to say it. J. Cole didn't believe that Kendrick's albums were mid and no one was listening to him shit. Come on now, T. You think J. Cole believed that shit? The type of rapper.
That's what makes him corny, bro. That you're proving my point.
In what way? In what way?
Because Kendrick didn't say shit that he needs to take back, bro.
What do you mean?
J. Cole is saying some shit that he doesn't mean. He's just reacting to the public reaction. Because the public wanted J. Cole to diss Kendrick, bro. They're like, oh, this is a battle. Oh, you need to say something. But if you're Kendrick and you don't necessarily feel like you need to address that, you're like, yo, I love this guy. I think he's great. I don't want to diss him, but you're gonna diss him anyway, bro.
No, I
that's
agree.
corny as
I don't
fuck.
think it's corny as fuck. That's
Come on, bro.
T. Are you saying you've never made a mistake before,
Stop,
T?
bro.
You're not
Yeah.
human. Come on, T. Now you're being ridiculous, bro. T.
how
You're
long
being
is
so
J. Cole-
ridiculous,
bro,
though.
how
You're
long-
holding him.
You
You're holding
what's
J.
the
Cole to a
standard,
crazy
dude?
standard.
You are not. If you are a famous rapper, T, I would understand that.
Stop.
You are not a famous rapper. You have no one listening to your music, T.
Bro.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm not holding J. Cole to any standard. We're sitting here saying that he's top 3.
No, I'm not.
The rest of the people are, bro.
Here's the thing, T. We all might have thought that before, but it's clear he's not. It is clear he's not.
It's clear he's not after the
No. Prior to
that he
this,
put out.
Prior to this,
Stop, bro.
Prior to this, it is clear he's not.
Bro.
It is clear he's not.
Kendrick addressed him as top 3.
When?
What are you saying in the diss?
he did not. He said there's no top 3. It says me. There's no top 3. In Kendrick's song, there is
He
no top 3.
shut it down.
He
and
shut
that's
it down.
what I'm saying.
Exactly. So
But
as far as
Kendrick did that.
what I'm saying is,
But prior to Kendrick putting that diss out, would you put J. Cole in the top 3? Tell me right now, bro.
would I put J. Cole in the top 3? Only based off of current status.
Stop, bro.
Yes.
But based off of like
Okay.
content
Yes.
and what they're
Bro,
actually saying.
and
A lot of rappers are not saying shit, and you have to accept
That's
that.
what
Like,
I mean,
just because
though,
you
T.
like a bop doesn't make it good
you
fucking
be fucking with
music.
niggas who say absolutely
Literally
nothing,
garbage.
T. You be
That's
listening
not
to
a
niggas
good
who say
rapper.
absolutely nothing, T.
Like regardless, like
You be
J. Cole
rocking
is
with
a
niggas who
quality
say
rapper.
Nothing, T. So that's why I'm like,
He's
yo, T,
rapping
what
about
are you
something that's
talking
fucking real,
about
which
right
is the
now?
same reason why we like Jake,
Yeah,
why we like
you
K
listen to
Dot, is
niggas
because
who
he
say
says
that.
real
I like J.
shit.
Cole. Don't say I like J. Cole.
As a society,
Who's
as a
that?
fuck, I said we as like a society.
Yeah.
You're just reconfirming my point.
As far as
But
what?
even Drake doesn't say shit anymore. All he's rapping about is bad bitches getting money, and he can't rap the same as he used to because he can't.
I'm not gonna let anyone slander Drake right now because Drake has the accolades. Drake, for me, in my personal life, has provided more joy than probably Kendrick and J. Cole combined.
Most people wouldn't argue that.
But lyrically, he's not rapping about shit. He's not rapping about something that.
I'll give Drake.
Fuck
No,
rapping about shit.
I'll give
We're
Drake.
talking
No,
about top
Drake raps
3.
about. I'll
We're
give Drake.
talking
Drake
about-
Yeah, but
actually
I
has
think
context.
Drake gets to the top
I'll give
because
Drake
he has
context.
bops and he has like
Exactly.
he has album after album.
We're talking about top 3. We're talking about.
Why are you so whiny?
Because I'm turned and I'm talking about shit I'm passionate about.
No, that's fair.
We're talking
I'm with it.
about
I'm with it.
top 3. I'm gonna
We are talking
turn the
about top
fuck
3.
up.
We're talking about top
Look
3.
at me, camera. I'm
We are talking
turning
about
the
top
fuck
3.
up.
We're talking about top 3 right now. And this top. All right, so let's eliminate all this disses right now. Yes, those were the top 3, mainly based off of just accomplishments, but accomplishments and what has been put out up to this point. When you look at Kendrick Lamar, does Kendrick Lamar have a festival out here in LA? No, he does not.
Who are you comparing him to?
I'm comparing him to the nigga who just apologized to him. He don't have no fucking festival. He don't have no. Yes. So what J. Cole was saying in that shit, it had a level of people being like, oh yeah, that is true. Kendrick Lamar does release an album every.
Because J. Cole, like Kristen said, bro, has a huge following. People ride for J. Cole, but I'm telling you, he's not on the same caliber as fucking Kendrick and Drake. It's just not realistic.
But I also
That's
feel
fair.
like it's
I'm not
not
gonna
fair to
argue
say that Kendrick and Drake are at the same level because I feel like what Kendrick brings is it's intellect, where like Drake is bringing vibes. Like Drake or Kendrick also brings vibes, but like Drake is solely vibes.
That's where I think
talk
Drake.
about the culture though. Don't compare them. Talk about the culture of hip hop. Kendrick and Drake, they bring different things to the table.
If you want to talk about the culture, then you can't knock J. Cole. Then, if you want to talk about the culture, then your argument is not on board. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not gonna put him in the top 3, bro. If anything, I'd put Kanye West or Ye in the top 3, bro.
He put himself in there, but essentially, those dudes, any of those dudes who really are in legit those top 3, are gonna get cut off because of the timing. Because yes. Kanye should be in that top 3.
Bro, undoubtedly, if anything, I'm putting Kanye next to Drake. Next to Drake.
Yes, I would. Me personally, my top 3 would be Drake, Kanye, and Wayne. It wouldn't even have Kendrick Lamar in there. I fuck with Kendrick Lamar, but like realistically, when you think about it culturally, what has he done other than TDE shit? And they release an album every 3-4 years. Yes, they changed the.
Kid Mad City was an iconic album. I would put Kendrick in the same realm of Nas. He has a very polarizing album.
I agree.
You know
I
what
agree.
I'm saying?
I feel like Tupac.
Tupac released more music though. That's the thing. That's the issue. That's what J. Cole tried to use, and that was the issue was that he dissed him. It was what he tried to diss him about. J. Cole was trying to diss him about his catalog. When in the actuality, if J. Cole wanted to battle Kendrick on some friendly shit, nigga, let's just battle and it just be a lyrical battle.
The way that I see J. Cole's diss is that he came into that shit, lyrical miracles bullshit, bro, and he was just like, what can I fucking say to diss this guy?
Yes.
Like,
but he's a friend of his. But he's a friend of mine. 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 Because he didn't want to say anything.
Exactly. It didn't fit. It didn't feel well thought out. Kendrick's,
I agree.
Kendrick's felt like that shit was calculated as fuck.
Yes, but how? All right, but one thing we don't know, because we do know with J. Cole, this album just came out. He had what, a week, 2 weeks to release it. What was his critique to Kendrick? We don't know how long it took for him to write that fucking verse.
But I'm not even gonna say that J. Cole's album was bad, because it wasn't bad.
No, it's not about the album. I'm talking about this song. How long did it take for Kendrick to write that nuclear bomb verse? Because
it doesn't matter.
Yes,
bro.
are you fucking serious?
It doesn't matter how long.
Yes, it does. It matters. Yes, it does.
It matters to the artistry. If you're gonna take longer to write something, that's fine. It's about when you release it, when you show it to the people. If you're gonna if I'm J. Cole and I show that shit to the people, that shit felt half-assed, bro.
It felt half-assed because it was half-assed. It was
because it was a 2-week turnaround.
Okay,
it was
that's J. Cole's decision. Kendrick was like, I'm gonna take more time with this. I'm gonna have this shit be way better than anything else, bro. Fucking Kendrick released that shit, and it's a bomb, bro.
But then all right, so then let's say this then. You're writing all that stuff. J. Cole has no smoke with Kendrick. Why are you saying shit about me?
Kendrick?
Yeah.
No.
That don't come off corny to you?
Bro, but
that's not corny to you? I got no smoke with you. I just picked this up.
There is smoke, bro.
Oh my God. This is such a half-ass when it comes to it.
Bro,
that's not corny.
What are you talking about?
He said it's the big three. You're coming on your song saying, fuck y'all, I'm it.
Bro, he's saying it's the big three.
And on top of that, first person shooter first person shooter was supposed to apparently have Kendrick on the song. And that was one of the things that Drake was trying to do was have first person shooter on the song.
Bro, even with that considered, with Kristen gone, I'm getting into this with you right now. If Kendrick was supposed to be on first person shooter and he's not, that only adds to his fucking ammo. What are you talking about?
But what ammo? Why are you getting at me? Why are you getting at me, T?
Why was he removed from the track?
No, he probably didn't. No, he didn't want to be on a song. He didn't want to be on a song because I don't think in actuality. Here's my actual theory, and the reason why J. Cole apologized is because he's not as good as Kendrick. No, it's not. It's not that. It's because this is actually deeper than just some like jabs back and forth. Because clearly, if you listen to that verse, yes, he had a couple bars for J. Cole, but you know what that verse is about. It's about Drake. That verse is about Drake. That verse is getting at Drake. Like, you can suck your teeth all you want. You know who he's talking about in that verse, T. You know what this, let's say the song that J. Cole released was fire or whatever. In the end of the day, yeah, people would have heard it, but you know what this song they're waiting for in the end of the day. What this song are they waiting for, T? You know it. They're waiting for Drake. That's why that song is number one. It's because it's getting at Drake, not J. Cole.
Who the fuck is Drake? He's gonna.
Granted, no. We can wait. We can wait for Drake.
Do you think he's gonna drop in the next week? Because if he does not drop in the next week,
I think this nigga's dropping sooner than later. Because you think about it.
Wait. Because
the second part of the album's coming out this week. Second.
Kristen, I don't know if you know this, but Metro and Future are dropping a second part 2 album.
Part 2 to their album on this Friday.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I personally think that Drake song.
Honest to God, bro, I'm only so hyped up that I am because I love hip hop and I love seeing this shit because it's like Marvel versus DC.
And that's why I'm mad about it, because what J. Cole did. All right, releasing a mid-diss song, fine. But then apologizing for it after is probably the least.
Because he's a corny ass nigga,
that's probably the least hip hop thing you could have done.
J. Cole is corny.
You can keep saying that. It's not going to convince anyone, T. But in the end of the day,
I don't have to
you're not going to convince anyone. Yeah, exactly.
See it for yourself, people. He's corny. Stop playing with me, bro.
Bro, he apologized to an arena. Did you see how big that crowd was?
I think that's a very genuine and like.
If I can have an audience that big listening to me apologize to a nigga, then call me corny.
Because he could have just like took his L and just been like, okay, I wrote a less cool diss track.
Bro, he said that he couldn't sleep. He had to do that shit. He had to.
But like, why are you so mad that the man took accountability for himself? Like, that sounds like ignorant. Because we have to. You're talking about accountability. We have to be accountable for our actions. Which he was.
He
needs to be accountable for fucking putting the song out in the first place.
So what was the concept of
instead of being so reactive and being like, hey, like maybe I should think about this before I put this out? He did that shit reactive.
Okay, but like
talking about accountability,
but that's human.
You should
though,
think
T.
about
that's human. That's human, T.
Terrence, I think you sound like you're not like actually thinking. Like you.
No, it just sounds like he's not been in his position. That's what it is. You don't have nobody pushing him.
I'm not a fucking rapper.
That's what I'm saying. So you talking and critiquing a nigga that hard, and you ain't a top 3 rapper?
I wouldn't call him that hard. I wouldn't.
No, you critiquing a motherfucker that hard, and you ain't been in that spot. Fuck being the rapper space,
bro. Where's the general? Where's the people that listen to that song that J. Cole put out and be like, "Hey, man, I think you should fucking hold off because this shit's mid."
Let's say, all right.
Mid.
No. Here's
that song.
We don't know. Bro. We don't know that he played that for anybody.
You're not even listening.
No, but T. Let's say he did that for someone. Let's say he played that for someone, and they told him that, and he still put it out. Like, what difference would it have? You think it would have made a difference whether he listened to someone or not? Because in the end of the day, you had someone, Kendrick, who fired the first shot. So what did he say when he was on stage?
Kendrick did not fire the first shot.
J. Cole didn't say anything negative about him.
First-person shooter, bro. What are you talking about?
Do you know what he said in first-person shooter? He said he called us. He said we're the big 3.
No, he said that it's just me and Drake.
No,
that's what he said.
All right, so sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
He said the Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. That's what he said.
He said he called him the big 3. Why do you think Kendrick has the bar to say there's no big 3? It's just me. That's what the whole bar is based off of. It's because in the end of the day, I'm
not denying that J. Cole respects Kendrick, bro. That's not the argument. I'm saying that J. Cole is.
You're saying that he dissed him in the song?
But you're also saying that he's corny for apologizing.
No, I'm saying he's corny in general. I think J. Cole is a corny.
That's fine to have an opinion.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's corny.
Okay, and an opinion.
Yeah. Which very little people agree.
I need to see this shit in the comments for real.
I don't see the corny opinion I've never seen, honestly.
All right, bro.
Where do you see that?
Listen to Force Hill Drive, please.
What about it?
Shit's corny.
Please tell me where you see that at. Where you see your opinion advocated at, and people backing you up.
Bro, I can find it.
Yo, you can find it.
Don't make me find that shit.
Please do. Please. I would love that.
Hey.
Please, I would love that.
Just like how
Please.
so many people advocate for Eminem being the best rapper.
Because I'm seeing
time.
18 million,
Just
23 million, 288 million,
Okay,
12
bro.
million,
I'm not
43 million,
denying
270
J. Cole
million.
his fans.
So then what are you talking about then? Because every rapper can be looked at as corny. Drake is definitely corny. You talking about a nigga from Canada who was on Degrassi.
There's people that can say Drake is corny. I don't believe.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I don't believe without opinion.
Okay, and people don't all believe your opinion that J. Cole is corny.
I would 100%.
Drake is definitely a corny ass nigga.
I would
Drake is corny as
Drake
fucking
is-
maybe a child molester. And you're riding hard for someone who's a potential child molester.
Drake is definitely a corny ass nigga. The fact that you think J. Cole's this corny and you don't think that about Drake is wild.
All right. We're all opinionated. every rapper is corny in some degree.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I would agree with. Because they're all human. That's what I don't think I feel like you're like missing in this whole thing. Is like, in the end of the day, this nigga's human.
We have one of the most prolific rappers of this decade going on fucking stage in front of thousands of people and apologizing for a diss track he released in the same week that he's on stage apologizing.
Okay, so
stop the bullshit.
Stop screaming. Just listen. For
I
one,
wanna scream.
All you've done is scream.
I will scream more.
It's annoying. Do you think the listeners want to listen to you scream for like 20 minutes and refuse to listen?
I hope at this point they turn their headphones down because I'm turned up.
Obviously. The reality is, on a human level, we're not talking about rap, we're not talking about anything, we're talking about humanity. The ability to get up in front of your fucking fans, take accountability for yourself, apologize, and to understand that people are gonna fucking drag me like you're dragging him in this experience, and still follow through with that process.
Because before he apologized, people were dragging him for this.
But I think that is commendable. Like, I think that is actually, as a human being on planet Earth, I think that's fucking sick. I thought his diss track sucked. I thought it was annoying. I thought this sounds like preachy.
It's because he didn't believe it.
And it sounded like lies.
It said a bunch of shit he
But
didn't believe.
Terrence, we've had enough screaming.
No, don't be this prolific rapper. Get on a track and say some shit you do not mean. As a professional rapper, as someone in this space, don't fucking go on a track and in this time that's so important for the culture and say some shit you don't mean, and then go on stage and apologize.
I think that's a crazy take, because it's like you're
talking about perfect world shit.
You're talking about don't have a bad game in basketball. Don't have a bad day shooting on set. Don't do anything fucked up ever.
First of all, don't talk on my photography. My shit's always 100%. Anyways.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, T. I feel like if he released that song, let's say that song was like that 2.0. Let's say J. Cole's song took off. Let's say it was a fucking banger. I don't think we get the apology. I don't think we get any of that. The main reason why we get that is because he released a song and he got a legit.
Good enough to make a banger.
Hey, if that's the case, then that's what it is.
Name a J. Cole banger right now.
What are you talking about? No role models.
Name a J. Cole.
I got you. Get off my dick.
No role models.
Get off my dick.
That shit was 10 years ago, bro.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Name a banger. I got the one he just released with fucking Young Bitch
Stop.
or My Bitch.
You don't
or
even
whatever.
remember, nigga.
Because I don't know new song. Because I don't know the name of new songs, and he just put out the project a week ago, nigga. Because I don't know the name off his fucking song. Yeah, no, he.
All right, no. We're off J. Cole, man. We're off it.
In the end of the day, T clearly has a bias, so his opinion can't be valid in this argument.
Yeah, I'm not trying to win the argument. I'm just trying.
I wish he did. That's the thing. I wish you could have a bias, because then we could actually have a talk about it. Your bias is just showing too much.
I'm just one side of the argument, bro.
Which is whack. That's what I'm saying. I like to look at the whole thing. We got the top 3 rappers.
What's your side, bro?
I can't wait to see what Drake does, because clearly you are a fanboy.
I would love to see what Drake does, but he ain't doing shit. Where the fuck is Drake?
What are you talking about? Where the fuck is Drake? When do you want him to?
Do you think he's gonna release on the Part 2 Metro album? Do you think so?
Regardless, it's gonna be strategic. So either it be released right before, or right after. If I'm Drake, I'm releasing it.
You think he's going to respond? That's your prediction.
The response will be Drake-ish in the sense that, all right, it's not going to be Kendrick diss. It might be a 3-pack, or it might be.
I'm expecting Drake to just disregard Kendrick and J. Cole and say fuck all of you
and not say anything.
No, he's gonna say some shit, but I think he's gonna address everyone and just be like fuck all of you.
Well, because you got to think about it. Not only did niggas start getting at Drake, they started unfollowing this nigga. They started publicly
I feel like
hating
he
on
might
this
not
nigga.
acknowledge it.
A lot of people who he's given hints to started publicly hating on this nigga.
Well, first of all, was Drake not saying that he was retiring or taking a break like literally 2 months ago?
Oh, how convenient for the nigga who releases an album every 20 years to diss me when I say I'm going on a break. How convenient. How corny is that? How corny is that? But you see this guy don't bring up how corny that is, huh? I'm going on break and a nigga want to diss me then.
You talking about Kendrick?
Yes.
You think Kendrick's corny for that?
No, I don't think Kendrick's corny for that. I'm entertained by all of it. I don't think any of these niggas is corny. You're the only one who thinks niggas is corny.
I think J. Cole's corny for putting out a diss track and then apologizing before any response.
All right, if you want to say that, that's fine. I'm agreeing with
corny,
that.
bro.
I'm not gonna say it's corny. I say it's whack as far as hip hop.
I'm not saying it's whack.
That shit is whack
corny,
as far as
bro.
hip hop. I can't because corny can be. The reason why I say corny is because that shit can be it's a slang word and it can be interpreted.
You just don't want to say it, bro. It's cool.
What do you?
I'm here to say.
Define what corny is to me. I guess that's what I'll ask. What is the definition of corny? Because that's why I'm not gonna say corny,
bro. It's just goofy to me. Like,
you can't define a slang word with another slang word.
Don't put out a diss track and then literally without anybody responding apologize for what you just
Yes, that's extremely whack. That's extremely whack. Yes, I agree. That's extremely whack.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the issue with me with J. Cole is that is the least hip hop thing you could have
exactly,
done.
bro. If we're looking at this shit like WWE,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's like throwing someone on the ground, they're fucking laying down dazed, and you're like on the ropes ready to jump on them, and you're just like, I'm gonna get down.
Or
stop, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's stop fronting, bro.
In the end of the day, that was the least. What J. Cole responded with, granted, it might have not been good, but at least you responded. And
that shit sucked.
Regardless, in the end of the day, motherfuckers were looking at him for a response, T.
Yeah, bro.
They were. You might not have been, but honestly, they were.
You're waiting for Drake. I'm waiting for. How does J. Cole move on from
what? Why are you even worried about J. Cole right now?
I'm not worried about shit.
So then what are you talking about?
I'm ready.
How are you not waiting for Drake and nothing but Drake? Yes, I was happy that J. Cole put that out, but regardless, when I listened to that verse, like I said, there's only a few bars that are actually about J. Cole.
Bro, the reality is Drake's probably going to put out another fucking jack-off video on the internet.
What are you talking about?
You didn't.
No. What T? Anyways,
wait,
what are you? Hey, T, stop.
I need to see your algorithm.
Yeah, well, this nigga's bugging right now. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This motherfucker's bugging.
Wait.
It's like a T was wow. At the end of the day, the beef. I think J. Cole.
No Diddy.
The thing that sucks about this whole thing that we're talking about is that, in actuality, J. Cole probably wasn't even supposed to be a part of this beef.
Honestly, J. Cole
probably supposed to be
sat the fuck down.
Yes, I agree. I would have preferred that. I'd have preferred that.
Bro, honestly, bro, I'm gonna put my bias aside and I'm gonna say that J. Cole is not a bad rapper, but he's not at the caliber of these people. And he just should have not have said shit. That's the reality.
That's I'll say this. What shows is that
Kristen, stop touching that plant.
What shows is that whoever was around J. Cole clearly did not
give a fuck about him.
Yeah, because either that or J. Cole didn't feel comfortable enough. What was weird to me, and if you want to add this or if you want to put this in the level of like corny type shit, I can understand this. J. Cole felt comfortable talking to an arena full of 1 million people and being open with them to that degree about how he felt about that diss song. Mm-hmm. But he couldn't tell one of his niggas who would have been like, bro, don't put that out. Because if he told me what he said on stage, if I'm J. Cole's nigga, he plays this song for me. Wait,
that shit was completely, in my opinion, completely authentic. I think that he just...
What was that thing?
I think
what he said on stage, right?
Whatever he said on stage.
No. That's what I mean. So imagine this. He plays that song for you, but then he tells you what he said on stage. You would tell him not to put that song out. You'd be like, bro, don't put that song out. Don't release this shit.
If I heard, bro,
you would. But the average person probably. I personally feel like either you tell him not. You either to re-record it with energy, maybe, or do not put that song out because you don't mean it. In the end of the day, but you know for a fact, whatever Drake say, this nigga gonna mean that shit.
All I gotta say is, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole put that album, the title was Might Delete Later. I might delete that shit, nigga. I might delete that shit.
Well, he already said he was gonna remove it after.
I might remove that shit out of my library because that shit was not that great.
Well, the diss song, the album's good. The album's good. The album good.
The album was alright.
The album's good. Or mixtape. I don't know what the fuck niggas even calling shit now. But
what's your favorite song?
That shit with fucking the British rapper. That's why I can't remember the name because it's
Central C.
Central C. That shit is a banger. That shit hard.
But like
that shit hard with
I'm just gonna say this, man. If you're gonna put out an album and your hardest song is a feature, stop.
What do you mean your hardest song is a feature?
Anyway, Central C carried it.
Central C did not carry it. You can't even understand what that nigga's saying. Central C don't carry shit. What are you talking about? This nigga T just be saying whatever. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not.
Let's get the fuck off this, man.
Yeah, please do not. Like, I know you might thinking this nigga's music taste is ass, but
we
haven't talked about the Beyonce album.
That's what I was wondering, and I was about to ask. No, because we didn't talk about that. All right, was that out? That was out the last episode we recorded.
We recorded, and then it came out like 2 days. It came out that Friday. That Friday.
Okay, I was about to say because even though she did like 400,000.
Are you serious?
She did have 400,000.
Wow. Is there an applause still? Hold on.
Yeah, there's got to be. It's crazy because even though she is so like that, you can still escape like Beyonce in that sense. Like you can still do you hear that? Do you hear anything Beyonce outside of maybe Kristen playing a song and you hearing it? Do you hear any Beyonce in your day to day?
Bro, I listen to the album.
No. Without you actively playing it.
This ain't Texas.
Yeah, that song's fire.
Come on, bro.
But it's, for me, working around as many women as I do, it's scary to me sometimes how I be getting at them too. I'm like, yo, y'all be hating. Because I'm like, yo, y'all don't be listening to Beyonce like that. Y'all just be hating or actively hating or whatever. Is her music tailored to a certain crowd, or is it tailored to a certain vibe or a person, a color? Is it a skin color? Like,
I think that if I go to
a Beyonce show right now, would I only see a certain demographic of people?
I mean, I can only speak from my own personal experience and how I feel when I attend a Beyonce experience or when I listen to Beyonce's album, but like I definitely am a person who cares about the lore. Like I want to know what she means when she's writing this album. Like what is this born from? Like what does this mean? And Rolling Stone referred to it as a dissertation of an album, and I think that's very much
what does that even mean?
So like when you go to become a doctor, you have to write a dissertation. So it's basically like evidence and like it's like history. It's like
it's that paper they write. Okay, I see. Okay.
To graduate, to become a doctor, you have to have like it takes a very long time to make one.
So is this the album that she gets album of the year for?
I mean, if it doesn't, I think that people are deaf, dumb, and blind, and they're not fucking paying attention.
See, me personally, even though I think this will be the case, I think that's bullshit because she's released albums personally that I think, granted, it might not have been a country crossover album.
Well, like Lemonade?
Yes, Lemonade was an album of the. All right, what year did that release?
But I also believe that the fact that she didn't win album of the year during Lemonade is insane. That was the album of the century.
Yeah.
I also think that this is
2016.
What won album of the year that year?
Taylor Swift. Or no, it was Adele.
Adele won album of the
She
year?
won, and then she said that like Lemonade.
Oh, that was she said Lemonade.
She said you like.
Adele 25.
So,
and then that was a great album, but at the end of the day, like you're talking about,
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta go listen to that shit. I don't know. See, that's my issue with it. That's my issue with shit like that because that's my issue when it comes to like the fucking award shows and shit like that. That's some bullshit because clearly that album was better. I feel like that album might have been better. I did not listen to Adele's album. Adele didn't reach our.
No, I still think Beyonce's album was better.
But Adele didn't. See, did you listen to that Adele album?
No, I did not.
It didn't reach our demographic, but we listened to the Beyonce album.
Yeah.
So that should play a factor in. That's what I don't know. It just seems like it's bullshit to me. Like those games. That's why I never pay attention to that shit.
Well, that's what this album is basically.
And for her to be
about.
winning an album, if she wins album of the year on this album. Granted, yes, she's deserved it. But is this really her album of the year album?
I mean, no, I think she has multiple albums that deserve album of the year, but I do believe this also deserves album of the year because it's incredible.
Jay-Z was on stage talking about that shit, bro. It's like
about her not getting album of the year?
Yeah.
Yes. And at the same time, a lot of people might even bring up the idea. And that's why I love that he did that. Because he's being Hove, and at the same time he's being a husband and all these things that you should do. But at the same time, when she wins that, I guarantee you someone's gonna try to hate. Someone's gonna post Jay-Z talking about her and try to discredit her winning album of the year for this album.
And say that Ho is the reason?
100% bro.
I've already heard that take.
Yeah, people are gonna try to do that shit because granted it's bullshit. He was just being... He went up there and used his time for speech to say something that actually mattered. But people are gonna use that for that bad take, and it's just like it's a double because this whole thing, Kristen, that she's doing, Beyonce, she got the country album out. The third album was supposed to be like a rock crossover, right? That's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
It's like psychedelic rock.
Psychedelic rock is supposed to be the next one, right?
Because they're also like people are trying to there's many different theories of like what she's doing
with her,
whether it's
this series
doing music that has historically created by black people and then been taken over, or whether it's
I think that's what it seems like. That seems very clearly what it seems like.
100%.
Like she's doing music industries that were started by us, taken over, and she's like, nah, I'm the top tier. And that's what bugs
something
me.
about the Three Horsemen because she's on a horse.
And in actuality, realistically, you think about it, every album that she releases in this space while she's doing that should be getting album of the fucking year. Really,
I mean, like if you're really paying attention, if you're listening to the music, if you're the concept that Blackbird was written about segregation, and then to cover it, and then because I think a lot of the big critique when they knew she was coming out with a country album was that Beyonce thinks that she's the first person in black person in country music to like come and do it now when there's so many doing it currently, and then to put them on an album where the lyric is you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Like I think that is just incredible.
When I check my algorithms, I'm seeing mad black country artists now.
Absolutely.
Popping up on my shit.
And I think, as a whole, I think before
that Beyonce, I've never seen. I seen this nigga with dreads doing country music
Shabuzi.
Now. I'm like, okay, so clear, and it's not like that nigga just popped up. And
he's been around, but he just got put on the map.
So
the Beyonce
there's
map.
Clearly been black artists in country music for quite some time.
That have been getting like blacklisted or lowballed because,
or just not getting put on.
But Beyonce, to use her platform to do that, I think is like also, it's just like why people love Beyonce, because I think that she is a person who moves with integrity and like because she could have easily came into country music and just dominated and said, actually I'm better than every country music artist ever, but she said, actually let's all go.
Hey, all I know is that 400,000 number that she sold first week was crazy. But you know what's crazier? Is Like That was still number fucking one in the fucking country.
Sin exclusive.
So you can't tell me, T.
Talk that shit.
You can't tell me that niggas ain't waiting for to hear Drake. You can't tell me niggas ain't waiting to hear what Drake gotta say. After a song that big,
I hear you.
You can't tell me niggas ain't wait. I'm geeked, dog. I am geeked. J. Cole.
To be honest with you, dog. To be honest with you,
I cannot wait.
To be honest with you,
can wait for this nigga.
Out of all three of those artists, man, I have never been more excited for a response than from Drake. It's not even just right now, but just in general, bro.
In general.
When Drake drops, it is polarizing.
100%.
Bro, one of the best album releases I've ever experienced was If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Bro.
When he dropped that shit late night, I literally left my house, bro, and I drove around for 2 hours.
Now, T.
Stop, bro.
Do you have a Kendrick Lamar release like that? You do not.
I don't.
Do you have a J. Cole release like that?
I don't.
You don't. Drake is the only nigga who can feed the streets in that manner. Stay scheming tight. I cannot wait to hear, because the biggest thing...
But we don't even know if it's actually going to come out.
I think it will, because it'd be hard for Drake not to, personally.
I mean, one of his last diss tracks with Back to Back went #1.
Yeah, it'd be hard. And personally, I feel like it'd be possible for Drake not to.
But to be honest with you, Back to Back, the replay value on that, not very great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen... He doesn't know what he's talking about. Back to Back.
I do know.
The replay value is clearly high because it went #1.
See, I don't know if you were outside like that. Then Back to Back was playing, bro, on a regular. Back to Back was a #1 song.
Maybe when it released, but are you gonna hear that today? That's what I'm saying. Is replay value longevity?
Because they're cool. Because they're cool with each other.
Longevity.
Yeah,
bro.
but you don't know if this has longevity.
Who?
The like that.
Like that? Yeah. Come on now.
This is like 3 weeks.
It's been out 3 weeks, T. You don't know.
You're talking about longevity. You can't bring that into the argument if it doesn't apply to your argument.
100%. I think that longevity, that Like That will have longevity, be just solely off of the Metro production. It's a good fucking song.
It's a great song.
Nobody's saying it's not.
But for you to say Back to Back does not have any replay value is wild to me.
It went #1 because it had replay value.
Yeah, I listened to that.
Factually.
I just listened to that because of this beat.
All right, bro, stop.
I just listened to that because of this beat.
You listened to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of... We can look and see where that sits at, where in his plays. We can look at Drake right now. You can look that up in Drake right now and see where that sits at in his plays. Where Back to Back, because I'm sure it's still available in his plays.
Yeah, I don't see shit, bro. Exactly.
Let's see Back to Back.
Anyways,
and the only reason why he might have...
I don't see
even taking it down.
You fucking scrolled 3 times. I don't see shit.
Let's not get canceled.
Yeah, you're trying to get this shit removed off YouTube.
Let's not get canceled.
Honestly, man, no. I respect all 3 artists in their own respects, bro. J. Cole leaks.
Oh, 35 million plays. 35 million plays, but T swears it has no replay value.
35 million
plays.
Probably 30 of those.
35, and that's on YouTube Music. That's not on Apple or Spotify or the popular services. That's on one of the least popular music playing services out of all the top 3. got 35 million plays. So once again, T-Will does not know what he's talking about.
Came out in 2015.
T-Will does not know what he's talking about.
That's 9 years ago, bro.
All right, so let's look at it like that. Let's look at it like that. Let's look at it like that. Let's look at it like that.
Please.
Let's look at it like that. Let's look at how many actual goes to album. Like that. 37 million.
Exactly.
37 million.
T-Will exclusive.
Bro,
Okay, but you're
don't play me.
But you're also talking about.
We're done. We're moving on.
We're not moving on. That only makes my point exactly.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about a song that's how long? How long did you say it was? From 2015, right?
It has
2015.
Okay.
The song right now is the song's 2 minutes and 51 seconds and is about Meek Mill and is a diss song by itself.
Bro, that don't
To compete with that, you had to release a song on a future Metro album about me. Oh, come on. What? Why can't Kendrick do this on his own? On his own project, by himself? Oh, T don't have an answer for that. Once again, that's what I'm talking about. Kendrick Lamar can't do that.
He could, bro.
When? When has he done it? Show me when. No, I don't want to. Show me.
There's no other diss track.
Exactly. So we shall see.
This is the first Kendrick diss track.
No, it's not. We had the shit that he did on Big Sean shit. What's the song fucking called where he dissed everybody, including Big Sean in his own fucking song.
That shit don't count, bro.
Why does that not count? That was the first time
That's literally directed at everybody.
But that was the first time.
That's just Kendrick rapping, bro. He's like, I'm better than all you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. But what are you saying?
That's not a diss track, bro.
How is that not a diss track?
That's just
how you dissing me on my own song.
He's standing on business.
You dissing me on my own song. Yeah, because it's.
You
say I'm a smoke you nigga. You listen to the lyrics on that song? He said, I'm gonna make sure none of your core fan base heard of you niggas. No, that's a diss song.
Whatever, man.
What do you mean, whatever, man?
What point are we arguing?
What are we arguing? All we're arguing is that right now, this song is popular.
You're telling me that fucking back-to-back freestyle that released in 2016 has less views than the song that just released 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. On a look it up on Apple Music. What do you use? Apple Music? You look it up on Apple Music.
I don't get it.
Apple Music don't release the things. Hold on, I think Spotify might.
It's good, bro. It's not.
Good. Why you don't want to know the numbers? Because you know you might have sauce.
Pull the numbers up.
All right, then that's all I'm saying. Then let's look at the numbers. Then if you don't want to look at the numbers, then you don't have to. But if you want to,
pull the numbers up, and we'll.
All right, we can. All I'm arguing. The thing I'm arguing is that you're talking about a song that was released from one of the biggest artists, which is Kendrick Lamar, and he's talking about one of the biggest artists, which is Drake and J. Cole. Okay. And it's also featuring Future, and the song is produced by Metro Boomin.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now you're talking about a song that was released how long ago, did you say?
2016
was about Meek Mill. It was just a diss song about Meek Mill.
No.
It was just a diss song about Meek Mill. Bro, how am I downplaying?
Bro, because it's Drake in his prime period, bro. 2016 Drake is prime Drake. Stop.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
You're fucking playing. You're playing with this scenario, bro. You're comparing prime Drake to a diss song with Kendrick on a fucking Metro project. It doesn't matter about the beat.
No, I'm not. No, you're making my point. Those songs, the Kendrick diss song on a Metro beat sounds like a way bigger deal. So it should have more views.
But
it should.
Bro, just as Kendrick got on a Metro beat, J. Cole could have got on a better beat. He could have made his diss track better. It's just
we're not gonna talk about J. Cole because this nigga apologized.
Because he's trash, nigga.
Nigga apologized. Why are you bringing up J. Cole? Who brought up J. Cole right now? What are you talking about?
Bro, the whole episode's J. Cole. What the fuck are we talking about?
Unfortunately, it's not J. Cole.
Let's move on, bro.
Unfortunately, it's not J. Cole.
Beyonce. Great album.
J.
Album
Cole,
of the year?
mediocre diss
Not
song.
sure.
Good album, J. Cole.
Mediocre diss song, mediocre album.
Good.
You suck,
It was a good album. It's okay, J. Cole. It's okay.
Anyways,
It's okay. You'll
Kristen's
be
on
fine.
her phone, scroll on TikTok. Let's fucking wrap it up. Jesus. Let's talk about McDonald's getting new uniforms.
I seen that on the fucking thing. What the fuck was that? What are you
They look
talking
like
about?
fucking sloppy joes.
You didn't see that shit?
Yeah, but what do you mean
They got
new
like
uniforms?
crew necks and shit, bro. You didn't see that?
They look like
They
sloppy
did not
Joe
get crew
people.
necks. They did
Bro,
not get crew
on
necks.
God, look at this right here. Look, I got it right here.
They did not get crew necks.
Bro, look at the fits. You see the? Hold on. Let me
They must have someone
let me
design it
zoom
for
in.
them.
Let me
They
zoom
gotta
in.
have
You see
someone.
the micro? You see
They
the
gotta have
micro
someone.
arches?
That looks like Cactus Plant Flea Market
Not the
shit.
micro arches.
That looks like some.
Bro, you see the micro?
That
arch on
looks
the
like some.
sleeve?
That's what I'm saying. That looks like some Cactus Plant Flea Market shit.
No, you know what this
That
is?
was-
You know what this is, bro? That's that
Supreme?
$20 an hour bullshit right there, bro.
Oh, you think that's what comes with the $20 an hour?
Yeah, they're like, you know what? You guys can wear whatever you want. We're gonna pay you $20 an hour. Have fun.
I mean, in the end of the day, what they wear at work, I don't give a fuck about.
Wait, hold on. Is that a fucking micro logo beanie, bro?
The photo tee is showing me. I almost want to make it like the episode.
I don't want to make this episode cover. Wait, that's a bucket with the micro.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Is because I'm like, yo, these niggas just. I don't believe this.
Wait. Did you see the jeans? Wait, hold
I
on.
do not. I do not believe I don't believe I'm going to McDonald's and I'm gonna see niggas wearing that shit.
No, the jeans can't be.
I don't believe. I personally.
Those aren't McDonald's.
I don't believe I'm going to McDonald's and I'm gonna see niggas wearing that shit.
Is this April Fool's?
It's gotta be.
No, March 15th.
I don't believe I'm going to McDonald's and I'm gonna see niggas wearing that shit.
Wait. Jeans, joggers, bucket hats, beanies,
There's no
and
way.
bandanas
This is not
are
possible.
among the garments that
It's not
McDonald's
possible.
staff will be allowed to wear as a part of the new uniform trial.
It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Bro, those are McDonald's jeans, bro.
Let me ask you this, OT. Let's say J. Cole released this song and it actually was fucking with him mentally. Would you be okay with him actually apologizing and all that shit for him to feel like actually mentally like okay?
Is that not what happened?
That's what I'm saying. Are you in that scenario, in basis, a dude gets talked about in this song,
Okay.
he releases this song that he doesn't want to release.
This is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly that. A dude get I'm a rapper.
You're saying, will I give J. Cole...
No. Are from the mental aspect, are you like oh yeah, or would you have preferred him even mentally just to shut the fuck up?
I think if you're going to compare yourself to the top 3 rappers...
And I think that's the biggest. Right there is the biggest critique.
Because
that is right there. What you're saying, it is. Don't put yourself in that class.
Because people classify J. Cole as this prolific rapper
100%.
that compares to all the
100%.
greats.
I agree.
Okay, so if we're gonna put him there, I don't think that. Bro, that's like Kendrick coming out and be like, "I'm so sorry, bro. Come on."
And I feel like personally, what J. Cole did, and this is. You put your fans in a weird space. You put your team, Dreamville niggas, in a weird space. You don't think JID wanted to get at these niggas? JID's a
Not
spitter.
Jid.
JID's a spitter. Jid is a spitter. That nigga is fire. I fuck with JID. You don't think JID wanted to get at what's Kendrick's little cousin?
Baby Keem.
The JID Baby Keem beef. I'd have loved to see that. I would have loved to see that.
We're not gonna.
So I am mad at J. Cole for what he did. Don't get it twisted. Even though I am mad at J. Cole for what he did. But in the end of the day, let's say on a human aspect,
on a human level,
let's say he released that song.
I can sympathize with J. Cole in the sense that
all I'm asking.
he regrets what he did. Okay, but
Anybody would.
But he shouldn't apologize.
But in the conversation of hip hop greats, don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
For some shit that
I agree.
you put out.
I agree. Yeah, don't apologize. You did it. You did it. You did it.
That's it.
You can't put toothpaste back in the fucking tube.
Talk that shit, bro.
What do you on stage apologizing to your fans about the fucking song for? Like, in the end of the day, like, I agree in that sense. But
in a way, I personally respect J. Cole more for saying, like, actually that was lame and stupid, as opposed to just like letting it go. Because at least you're gonna acknowledge that the shit you did was lame.
Well, because he
called it lame.
Here's one thing that I wish he had did when it came to dissing these niggas. J. Cole, all right, you can't get, because in reality, you really can't knock Kendrick Lamar's discography. Just go because here's what I think Drake is gonna try to do when it comes to dissing Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Listen to Kendrick Lamar's diss and like that. Did he get at anything from Drake or J. Cole's discography in that sense? And other than the Big Three, Big Me, he got at a new song. Did he get at, oh, you're not really it, or you? No,
not really.
Not really. He got at current shit. That's what I wish J. Cole had done. All right, don't try to diss this nigga because you don't got real beef with this nigga. Just try to, if me and T right now have a freestyle battle each other.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Sin. It's the reality that J. Cole just doesn't have it like Kendrick does.
Nah, that is
he doesn't have it.
No, when it comes off to me, no, it don't come off like that to me because I know he has it.
Stop, bro.
Most artists have it. What it comes off to me like is he clearly don't have the people around him to tell him the truth and be like, yo, why are you trying to diss Kendrick's song? Because if anyone heard that song prior to it releasing, they'd be like, why are you trying to diss his discography? That's not a good diss. Just try to out-rap this nigga. T, let's say T, bias aside, let's keep it real. J. Cole plays that shit for you. He's like, yo, da-da-da. He plays that shit for you. You're gonna tell him, nah, don't release. What are you gonna tell him? Are you gonna tell him, oh yeah, attack? Or before he don't even play a song to you, he's like,
should I write? What I'm gonna tell J. Cole when I hear that shit?
No. What would you tell him even if you didn't hear that shit? And he's like, what should I do? Should I come at this nigga or should I just chill? If you're J. Cole, and that nigga released that song,
I would tell J. Cole.
No. I just said you're J. Cole. What do you do? Do you release anything? Do you make anything? Or do you?
I wouldn't release some shit if it felt.
No. Do you release some shit?
I would.
So you would respond to that. You would respond to that verse.
Yes, bro.
And like that. If you're J. Cole.
I mean, it's hard to say that because
No, just in general.
J. Cole isn't me, you know what I'm saying? Like
No, just in general.
J. Cole has different mindset than me, bro, because
from the sense
really
of
apologizing.
Nah, I mean from the sense of you hear the like that verse, you know it's 100% really not really even really like that much about J. Cole. Do you, if you're J. Cole, do you feel like it was necessary to even respond to that verse? From J. Cole's perspective.
To be honest with you,
you're J. Cole. It's not the Big Three. It's just Big Me, nigga, bomb. Because remember, after all those bars in that song, he said, nigga, bomb.
I think that if I'm J. Cole,
nigga, bomb.
It's hard to say, right? Because like J. Cole's his own person. Like he could have been deeply offended by that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Scorpio, so
right. You would have been.
I would have been deeply offended.
You'd have been like,
you would have been emotional as fuck.
I would have been up late that night.
You'd have been fuck this nigga.
I would have been up late.
So even though the verse might have not necessarily been about you, you would have still went hard at this nigga.
Yeah, I think so.
You felt like J. Cole should have went crazy hard at this nigga, low-key.
I mean, maybe in his eyes, he...
No. Fuck what this nigga think, because we know what this nigga think. This nigga is an apologetic fuck what this nigga think. Honestly, I fuck with J. Cole, but at the same time, fuck this nigga because this nigga ruined hip hop.
If I'm J. Cole, bro, I would have went harder.
You would have went hard, right?
I would have went harder.
That's all I'm trying to say is that, and I want people to know is that like what Kendrick Lamar did should not be excused, and like J. Cole shouldn't be apologizing for. Like, yo, this nigga came at your neck. This nigga took your bars and said, "Fuck you, dog."
That's facts. I mean,
he did. Did he not? It ain't the big three. It's just Big Me. And it's legit. Got the whole world singing that shit. #1 song in the world right now.
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie. The beat switch up, the bars, like everything about that song just shit on J. Cole's diss. Like, if I was J. Cole and I listened to my shit back after hearing I would have just deleted
that's why, me personally, yes, I agree to a certain, but I feel like if, let's just say J. Cole's song hit as hard as fucking like that.
It didn't.
No, let's just say it did.
But it did.
I don't think he's apologizing for this. I think the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why,
because that shit sucks.
I'm not gonna deny that. I don't think anyone would deny that song.
All right, as long as
no, T, come on now. That's the consensus.
Let's end on that.
That's the consensus.
That shit sucked.
Do not apologize for your disses. Is what we gonna end on.
Don't apologize for your whack ass song.
No, don't apologize for your diss. Don't apologize for your diss. Stand on your shit. No. Fuck
Stand on that whack ass song, bro.
Stand on your shit in general. If you gonna diss it, regardless, because in the end of the day, he's capable of what he's capable of. He was gonna put out what he's put out. But hey, we don't know how long it took for Kendrick to write that verse. We don't know how long Kendrick's been sitting on this heat. But nigga, bomb.
I like it.
Yeah, see?
Come on, no, bro. The song. I'm about to play that shit as soon as we end this episode.
What was that?
What? When he made that noise?
Were you attempting to sound like
he was trying to make that Kendrick noise?
It wasn't close. It was very far.
Honestly, you guys, we had so many other topics, but we talked about this.
But we chose to talk about J. Cole.
Yeah, no, this was the biggest thing, honestly. That what else do we have to talk about?
Nothing important.
Yeah, there's nothing else important.
Honestly, nothing's important.
We talked about the fucking solar eclipse, which is crazy. We talked about more election shit, which is crazy, and then we talked about this shit. And we love you guys.
Love and light.
Yeah. Everyone should just look into the sun a little bit more. Just stare at that shit for a while, you know?
Don't listen to this nigga. You're gonna get us sued. This nigga gonna get us sued. We love you guys, and we outie. Hey, EOD. End of the day. EOD.
It's your boy T. Thank you for coming.
TT Will exclusive.
Look at her wrist. Yeah.
Are we freestyling?
Who are you?
We can freestyle if we want.
No.
Hey, we gonna get that episode in though. I thought about doing that this episode, nah. But,
if you get me super fucked up, I'd do it.
Next episode we're gonna get a freestyle session in over this beat.
I like it.
Hey. We love you guys.
Who are you?
My name is Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
And I'm Kristen Elizabeth.
Kristen Elizabeth.
Let's not forget.
Yeah, thank ya.
Yeah.
Never forget where you've come from.
EOD. We'll see you next week. Per usual.
Fuck J. Cole. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, bye guys.
The Day Podcast.